it. We're going live.
Zip it.
Zip it.
Real good.
We're going live. Such a beep, 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 beep. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You disgust me.
Bum, bum,
I got a headache, so y'all beware today.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It's our fault.
I think I'm trying to get sick.
Biatch, you've been sick. Don't fool yourself.
Well,
And we're live on the radio.
Live on the radio.
And if you wasn't watching YouTube, you missed it. First thing this morning, he's mean to me and Mike.
You're an idiot. When am I ever mean to your dumb ass?
As soon as you wake up,
You like how I said that?
as soon as you see us,
As soon as we walk in the door,
as soon as you text us
Nobody
in the morning.
spoke to you when you walked the door.
yes, they
and
did.
now you wanted to
Mike
get offended because we didn't speak to you.
Oh, but
Don't
You
say
get
we.
mad if we say something to you. You get mad if we don't say something to you. You
gotta-
get mad if we go, what the hell's that foul odor? Every time you walk through the door, you get mad at us.
What
Speaking of
do you-
somebody not speaking to
Mike,
me,
could you quit talking? She's trying to talk.
do you mean you got a mouse? You got a mouse in your pocket? What?
You need some new material. That's about as old as your underwear.
I don't get it.
Because he keeps saying we, like I was being mean.
I'm
to
trying to act like I'm from Alex's country.
you. Yeah, that's what
They would say we.
Nothing, Stephanie. Just keep going. That's a jab at Alex.
do
Don't leave it.
Look,
Don't
I'm fixing to jab at Toby.
leave it to the damn redneck to think she's gonna try to get smart on something. You're gonna mess with Toby.
Yeah, at the ride Monday, he walked past me several times, never even spoke.
Could you
But-
not take a hint?
Okay, wait. You were not user friendly at the ride.
What are you talking about? I wasn't using.
You were acting like a deek.
Yeah,
you was in
you
work
were-
mode.
I'm serious. You were not. You were
I
not
spoke
user
to
friendly.
people when they spoke to
Yeah,
me.
but it's the first time ever you were in work mode, and I think it's funny as hell.
Well, here's something weird.
I've
too,
never seen you in my kind of work
Yeah.
mode.
Do you hear what you just said too? You just said I spoke to people when they spoke to me. Being that we're in the radio, I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be the other way around.
Well, when I saw somebody that I
That's not how it works.
knew, I
Anytime
would
people
speak to
smile
them.
at you, just smile
And
back and say, "Hey."
I
should.
even waved to Toby,
But you
and
was
he
in-
turned.
You
and
was in work
walked
mode.
the
Like
other
I've
way.
never actually seen you pay that much attention to what you were doing.
Oh.
It was funny. I actually could see that if you were walking, you probably would have stepped over the snake or stepped over the water puddle. When I'm so used to you just stumbling into everything.
Hey, I got a question. Was it our fault that the national anthem?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. That was a joke.
Hey, as soon as I
The person was supposed to have gotten with me. Nobody introduced me to her. Nobody told me what she looked like. Nothing. I had no clue who the person was. I actually planned on giving her my microphone.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Hey, it
We-
happens.
we had
Things
talked
happen.
about
It's no
that
big deal,
because
Yeah,
you were supposed to give me the sign to
that's
unmute
right.
it.
But the
and-
girl, I was standing there looking for her. Had no idea she'd already snuck up on the train.
yeah,
Typically, those people are introduced to me.
yeah.
They
I'm
will
fine.
be from now on. I'm taking way too much charge next year.
Are we involved in the
We
outline?
will be next time.
Because there was
a lot of gaps that
And-
fell through the hole.
and look, I'm a veteran, and I believe me, I have my issues on those days worse than anybody. But the format and what they were trying to do, and I hate to break it to them, but the ceremony, the way they did it with the flag and all, it's incorrect.
The problem is what you're
Hate saying.
visually saying. It didn't go on paper in the order it was supposed to go.
It was horrible.
Don't say that. You're making it sound worse than.
No, it was.
What I'm
good
trying to
the-
explain though is on the layout, it didn't go in the order it was supposed to on paper.
Okay.
A couple of things went before a couple of things,
Well, they should have somebody in charge of that.
and typically there is. That's
but
why I'm
he had a
saying.
family
I didn't mean to say.
emergency.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
mean to
don't
it was
say
horrible.
horrible.
It was just look. There are certain when you're dealing with the flag and when you're dealing with laying the wreath and all. There are published ways to do it. Baron von Steuben set up the drilling.
Okay.
Okay,
Mr.
Now,
Perfection. My point was,
not perfection. It's the proper way.
and
to do
I
it.
just explained to you in the order of how it was supposed to go. I had the paperwork, and I go by the paperwork. because I'm saying, okay, after this, then I need to walk over here. Well, the next thing I know, I hear them go, and we're now setting a reef. I'm like, that's like 3 steps before it was supposed to, and it threw me off.
Right.
But Eddie was swamped too, so it's not that anybody did anything wrong. We just need to be more. This year it was faster than it was last year,
right?
But we need to be more organized.
Yes.
Which means I can't have Travis walk off when I look for Travis. Travis walked off 3 or 4 times. I had no clue where Travis was.
Yeah, and you asked me, I'm like, I don't know.
And then I'm turning around and Phillip's nowhere to be found. So I'm just kind of like, holy cow.
At least I was in my spot always.
And you know what's really funny is because all the group Just for Fun pictures had Travis and Phillip in it, but not Military Mike.
You wasn't there yet.
Oh, so showing up early was a big help for the show.
Yes.
He just said he couldn't find either one of them.
Here's the problem is you showed up when the heat was already on. You should have been there pre-heat.
They showed up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, man.
And
we got there.
And you were supposed to be the one doing all the pictures and video. Remember that?
I did. We did take a lot of pictures.
But you should have been. I was busy, so you should have just taken charge and started getting people to stand in front of the bus taking pictures.
Okay.
Just random people.
Okay. We can do. Yeah.
So you know what I want to do next year?
I have no idea.
Next year we're gonna take and kind of cone it off and have it where people pose, put a tripod up so they know that's where we're taking pictures.
Oh, that's a good idea. And there'll be a lot of chicks.
Yeah, and we'll take that Nikon, the rugged one that you can knock down in case it gets knocked down.
Well, there's a lot of women that want pictures with me, so that'll be cool. And
so then next year you'll know your position.
I'm not a member of that American Legion. I don't know.
They're trying to trick me into it.
I mean, they're great guys.
Well, I was Conyers and I pulled out of Conyers. And
you can be a member without being in the military.
I
leave it to her to ask an intelligent question at a non-intelligent point to ask it. Yes, Sons of the American Legion.
So I don't know about that stuff. And I was the senior vice commander, but that was VFW,
I mean, you could probably join the Daughters of the Pothead Legion. But
well, I was wondering, can it be granddaughters?
No. I think there's an association, but it's not the American Legion.
And why's it got to just be Sons of the American
Because we're
Legion?
cool.
Because we would be the riders.
And
we can join the riders.
And we carry on
women ride.
Yeah. I'm going to say it one more time.
Here we go.
You can be a rider and join the Sons of the American Legion, or you can join the Women's Auxiliary. See the difference, Stephanie? And in your case, we'll build you a transgender bathroom and you can become the biatches of the American Legion.
They got rid of that one. They used to have one.
The biatches?
No, the transgender. Well, actually, it was a.
Wow.
Are you trying to make it funny restroom. And all of a sudden it got weird?
That's where we used to have.
You were making me feel uncomfortable the way you're smiling and winking at me.
Well, that's where we would usually take
I think she was fixing to say, meet me at the bathroom that no longer exists. I mean, that's how I felt.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Here's something I'd like to talk about since we're talking about the American Legion and next year and junk like that, is we have a calendar, okay? And somebody is always posting like guests. Jacob posts guests and stuff.
Oh, and some of y'all, since I changed the password, need the new password to the calendar.
I need to resync, so we'll get that done. What I would like
Remind me at the end of the show. I'll give you the password.
Okay.
Jacob, that means you got to get it too.
I would like to take a look at, what Memorial Day events, make sure we have this date for next year. I'm sure they've already picked it. No.
Yeah, it's whatever Memorial Day is.
Okay. And then I'm saying the actual calendar day. Isn't it always the last Monday?
Of
yes. May. You could probably look on any calendar and it will tell you when Memorial Day is, sir.
So how come they don't do something big like that for Veterans Day though?
They do, but not
because the bastard's just still alive.
Yeah,
but still,
that's a joke,
they
Stephanie. Never mind.
But here's the thing: is I can request an actual military color guard.
I thought that's what was up there, like an old color guard. That so sounded wrong.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Stephanie. I'm ashamed of you.
Present arms.
Y'all are.
They were older.
Everybody, please remember this is a show, and these two are pretending to be idiots more so than they are. It's an act at this point.
Well, one of them, he had his old walker out there that he had to walk
was awesome.
to.
That was an awesome guy, dude. Look how old he was and survived
World War II.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. He's badass.
I wish my grandfather would have made it just a few more months. We'd had him up there.
Well, I can
Yeah.
tell you this is yes, I have a lead in to I spoke to him, and I can request I can
And then
request
suck up there winning stuff.
a color guard
Nice,
is what it's
too.
referred to, or an honor guard. And but I have to have it's got to be done quite a bit in advance because the guys have to it's got to
they
go to the
practice?
top.
Yeah, but,
no,
they
they're
they
always on
kind of
bidding, so.
they kind of want those guys that did it or belong to that legion and everything else. So it's an honor thing for them to do it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about any other. You can have
Any
a
other
color guard.
event.
Yeah, you can have
Yes.
even at the vampire night thing, I could have had one.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
that might be cool to have one at the
doesn't it
the
go?
bike fest.
Yeah,
Maybe.
doesn't it go cool with
Yeah.
character?
Well, we can if we can get Bike Fest, or those are always spring and fall.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are you asking me to check your boogies or something?
Are
Because
you
Zaylee
looking
does
down
that
your
too.
nose?
That's
at
the look,
him?
baby.
Zaylee does that. Like
That's
I'm
the
supposed to
look.
look for the
Yeah,
boogies.
everybody looks at you that way sometimes. If you notice, a lot of times.
Well,
when
that's
you're
just
talking to
because they
people,
turn their nose up at me.
There's a lot of times.
I know a couple of other people that think their shit don't stink, and they look at me that way.
Mhm,
I've
And
noticed.
come to find out, their stink's worse than everybody.
mhm.
I noticed there's a lot of people when they look at you, they go like this. They go,
You know the thing that the thing that haunts
The
me,
thing, the
but
thing?
the thing that haunts me, but then also makes it pretty awesome, is they never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Like they
Mm-mm.
don't know whether they expect me to be funny, to be serious, to be nice, to
Hell,
be
Scotty,
off the wall.
we spend the majority of our lives with you, and we don't know.
I'm pulling through Old Town yesterday on my way over to the Pampered Puppy, and here I'm pulling through. I see Oz and one of his friends walking out of the Thai restaurant, and I just slow down, roll the window down. I say, "Hey, I'm just going to eat. I hope you got an open tab." And they both looked at me like, "What?"
Yes.
And then they started to say, "Do you not answer your?" Oz says, "Do you not answer your text messages?" I said, "What damn text messages?" So I have to go up 2 spots to park, 2 buildings to park. And as I'm getting out, I walk up. I said, "What text messages have I not answered from you?" I said, "Son, I have been busy." He goes, "Oh, I just sent it."
I can see Scotty driving down the road, rolls down his window, starts yelling at Oz and his friend. And it's like you remember in an Animal House when the guys recognize Otis Knight? They're like, "Otis, my man!" And Otis just keeps playing the music.
Somebody went ahead and got smarter than all of us and said, May 29th, 2017.
Thank you,
That's from Mr. Loper.
Mr. Loper.
Mr. Loper.
Mr. Loper.
We need to, you know what
Mr. Roper.
that's what I was gonna say. We need to get him in like a little jumpsuit with a weird belt buckle
Oh, he has one.
and a handyman belt.
Yeah, he's got one. And a
And
little scarf.
yeah.
Little scar.
Yeah, he's got one.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's a closet. I guarantee it.
We need to have a Halloween party and have him dress up.
He
Well,
is.
I hit up the Myers, by the way.
Mike Myers.
No, Melvin. He why you look at me like that?
Because white guys shouldn't be in expensive black neighborhoods. Mike Myers.
Wow.
Mike Myers from Rondale County government
Oh, okay.
lives in an expensive house. Very
Okay.
attractive wife.
Okay.
You said you hit him up.
But I didn't say Mike.
White. I said Mike.
This is going bad. Anyways, back
Mike
to what
Myers.
you were saying.
White guy.
Shut up.
White trash.
Melvin Myers.
Expensive black neighborhood.
Shut up. Oh, I get it now, but that's terrible. So
We love you, Mike.
Thank you, Steph. I love
Not
you.
Not
this
too, baby.
you.
not this
I
one.
love you, cuz.
So listen to me.
I'm listening.
Wow.
So Melvin Myers, I heard, because last year he wasn't feeling good and
Right.
wasn't able to do the party. And, he has like I don't know,
Tumor.
30 by 40 garage that we've been doing
Mhm.
this party in every year. And we pack about 300 people in this party.
A lot of people.
Is the fire marshal know about that?
Can you stop? The fire marshal's probably invited.
How would
and-
you know?
Well, like, you want me to call him? I got him on my phone.
Does he come
Can you
dressed as
shut
a
Anyways,
I'm just trying to get information
So,
for our listeners.
Shut up.
no, all the listeners
So,
aren't invited.
anyways, Melvin Myers, I heard through the grapevine, was building like this really huge new garage now. It's supposed to be like 100 feet long.
Cool.
So I hit him up already because somebody was asking me to do a wedding on the same weekend that the party would be. I always do this. Let me fill you in, Mike, since
Ooh.
you're never invited to this.
Shit, I know.
Every year,
Unless you dress up like Uncle Fester.
yeah, if you dress up as Uncle Fester, you're invited. Every year, I do a party where everybody from
Who's
Newton
anybody?
County, everybody is anybody from Newton, Rockdale, McDonough, everybody shows up to this party.
Yeah, the last 2 years I haven't been invited.
Hot single women. You could dress up. You could come to this party.
Yeah, they're gonna flock to Uncle Fester.
Oh, they would.
They
Do you know
would.
how many people would want a picture with a Uncle Fester?
Do you know?
Or if you would shave a bald spot on the top of your head and dress up as Friar Tuck, do you know how many perverted pictures girls would take with you?
I can do
Mike
the Uncle
just
Fester.
smiled like,
I have actually done the Uncle Fester.
dress up as a priest. You would have tons of the Elviras taking
Oh,
pictures with you.
And the dirty nuns
See?
too.
So
They dress
anyhow,
up as dirty nuns.
I hit him up to say, hey, let me know about this party. So Chris Blakely, Melvin said he had to get with the other people that are involved with this. I need to know ASAP if we're going to pull one off this year.
Yeah.
But it's usually the Saturday before Halloween.
Yeah.
It's one of the funnest parties I do every single year. I look forward to this party.
The food
Yeah, let's see,
is
last-
amazing.
Yeah, last 2 years I haven't been invited. No big deal.
They didn't
Well, last
have
year they
one
didn't
last
have
year.
one. And
So-
then the year before that, you really wasn't in like that yet.
Okay, so what I'm thinking of is
You were on your little intern kind of thing.
what I'm thinking is that if I don't get invited to the Halloween party, it's kind of like a pre
It's like
judgment
not,
type
yeah, you
thing
don't-
for
yeah.
not being invited for Thanksgiving.
That's what I was gonna
Christmas.
say. It's like
Okay,
getting
good.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, good.
Did you get invited for Thanksgiving?
No,
Oh, okay. There you go.
We
I didn't
have-
even.
Did
I
you
didn't
even get
okay.
invited for?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
We didn't have the Thanksgiving.
How about
and
the last?
Christmas
a liar.
this
How about the
year.
last thing we did? Did you get an
are-
invite for the last
yes,
thing we did?
Memorial Day. I was there. Thank you. Remember?
I invited you to Ashley's graduation dinner, and
Well,
you didn't show
Saturday
up.
night,
Why
what am I
does this
supposed to do?
sound like a
Listen,
biatch
wait,
fight in
wait,
the bathroom
wait,
over some makeup?
Wait, back
Wait.
it up.
Wait a minute.
Beep,
Wait.
beep. Thanksgiving y'all did because I came in the day
Oh,
after
great,
Thanksgiving.
Mike. Now Jeff Matthias is going, I didn't get an invite either.
I know. See, and Jeff, guess what? You're not anybody because they said anybody who's anybody would be at that party. So you and I weren't.
But it's a secret. It's top secret.
I just got, if nothing else, we're having it at the Turtle Cove Clubhouse. And I've done a 70s party there. That's a good party there, too.
Is it going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Club?
Shut up. So, yes, if we don't have it at Melvin's,
If we play
then we
golf,
are having it at the
I can bring my
clubhouse.
Turtle clubs. If we play golf, I can bring my turtle clubs.
And no, we did not do Thanksgiving.
Oh my
and-
God, Stephanie, you guys are such booger eating liars because I
No,
showed
I'm
up
not
the day
lying.
after, and there was food. There was still food on this
That's-
table. There was still food over there.
I'm
There
not
was food in
lying.
the
I'm not
refrigerator.
lying. I know we didn't invite you for a reason.
They
I'm not
wanted
going to lie about it. I didn't want you here.
Wow.
Crystal, I love you.
That look on his face is priceless.
Well, we were supposed to do a just for fun Christmas where we re-gifted.
I did it
some
just for
of the
fun
gifts.
Christmas. I did it without y'all. It
Oh,
was
you
just for fun.
Butthead,
No.
because we were talking about it, doing the gifts, the white
Mike,
elephant gifts with.
never show up to anything. Yeah, well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, my point is you don't show up to the stuff you're invited at. So then why would we invite you to other stuff? For you not to show up? Huh?
I hope you get an above ground pool.
So
I really do.
there's
And
the
I hope
pool
a-
we're going to get, by the way.
And I hope a goose comes up here and eats the corner.
Do you hear
of it.
me? That's the pool we're getting right there. My wife wants that pool.
Oh well.
Where are you gonna put it
good.
at?
I'm going to put it in my damn backyard, Stephanie. Where the hell do
Well,
you
I
think
know,
I'm going to
but
put
we're
it?
at in the backyard.
You think I'm going to put it, Mike, you going to leave me?
Yeah,
You
I
think-
should.
You think I'm going to put it at your house?
No.
That'd be cool.
Then you actually could tell somebody you got something in your backyard besides poison ivy and 2 dogs and 16 lumps of.
Wow.
We got roots back there.
Really? That show was just on. That's illegal.
I
And that
know.
show is tanking.
You are
hard.
horrible
heard.
redneck. I
Woo.
hope it does.
People are upset about it.
Yeah, even Snoop Dogg
Yeah,
supposedly.
we tried to play it
apparently.
yesterday on the air, but it got
Yeah,
about
he
3
cussed
words
way
in,
too
and
much.
it was like, nah.
Uh,
Hey, y'all! I mean, a couple days ago, this little girl. Did y'all hear? Was wandering around Northeast Atlanta, and it's so funny because WSB is now covering the story as the parents were finally located. So it's not so much the parents saying we can't locate our child; it's the news saying we can't locate the parents. Now, how many parents do you know just wake up, go to work, come back home, go to work, go to a Memorial Day celebration, do this, do that, come back and go, hey, where's our 3-year-old daughter at?
That's right.
What
And
the-
that's me. I mean, I'm just like, how do you
I am
not pay attention to your friggin' kids, man?
now, everybody keeps talking about the gorilla shooting.
Man,
and
that's just
they're wanting
wild.
to blame the parents. And it's like, you know what? I blame the zoo.
Okay,
Okay.
let's take our emotions out of it for a second.
Okay.
Take all emotions out of it. The parents are complete dumbasses for not paying attention to their kid.
Yes.
Complete dumbasses. I
Yes.
don't care what day of the week it is. If you're not keeping up with your kid, you're a dumbass.
Yep.
You not noticing that your kid vanished? Come on. I mean,
It's
I
happened,
I
dude.
know it's happened, but here's the thing that you have to remember. You're not paying attention to your kid at home. You're not paying attention to your kid at Chuck E. Cheese. You're not paying attention to your kid while you're walking down the road of a busy intersection.
Mm,
You win the dumbass parent award.
mm-hmm.
Not paying attention to your kid next to the swimming pool. You win the dumbass parent award. At the ocean. The zoo. I mean, how stupid are you?
Nah.
Now, again, keeping just the personal thoughts. The zoo is ultimately responsible for anything that happens on that property.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what's probably going to happen to the zoo over the fact that somehow or another a small child was able to get into that area? That's going to be the biggest question.
Yeah, unless they can prove some type of other
Negligence. They'll have to
negligence
prove
on
negligence.
the child's parents. Because look, man, I've got 3 kids, 2 grandkids, and sometimes they get away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a bad parent. And you know what? Nobody has said anything about these parent people, just letting their kid run around or anything else like that. It's a zoo, man. You got 3 P's there.
But
you're
it's-
happy.
I know. I
It's-
did that for a reason.
Okay, sorry.
It was a 3-year-old kid. You don't just let your 3-year-old run around. at a
4-year-old.
place.
And yeah, sometimes at the zoo they take off running, man. They do.
Well, why
Well,
don't the parents
that's-
take off running to get them? They're their kids.
That's too
I'm not defending
dangerous.
them. I'm just saying. Okay.
I wish there was some surveillance to show what happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is.
I'm talking about zoom down on them parents.
I don't know
Like,
about zooming
how
down
long-
on the parents, but
How long did they not notice the kid was missing? Did they
Not-
hear splash and a kid screaming and then go, "Where's Leroy?"
I
mean,
I don't know. But the video that I saw, and it's already been taken down, was of the gorilla walking pretty much with the dragon,
dragging the kid. But that's
And
how
then-
they drag their own kids.
Yeah, and through it, and come to find out, because people are going, "Oh, the maternal instincts of the gorilla." It was
no.
a male
It
gorilla.
was a male gorilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
so
no maternal.
He was going to rip them apart, and somebody said, "Oh, they're
Yes.
vegetarians." Well, I think he was about to try.
The only thing is if he wanted to be aggressive, he would have been that way from the start. Not saying he couldn't have been, but if he wanted to be, he would have been from the start.
But when the zookeepers tried to pull him in, call him back into the enclosure, he wouldn't come. All the others came.
Well, you also
But he
got to
wouldn't
remember,
come.
though, you now went from people up there laughing and talking and medium voices to all of a sudden 50 people screaming
Yeah.
frantically down at the gorilla. That
Yeah.
gorilla's brain was going, what the hell do I process here?
Yeah.
And,
and
you
it's
know,
a wild animal, duh.
And why is it that?
But we
people
can
that
form
aren't
opinions.
regulated-
We weren't there. We can form
Yeah.
great opinions, but we weren't there to actually know anything.
Now, I mean, yesterday you noticed on the World According to Mike that we were getting breaking news about all that.
Yes.
Because Caitlyn Jenner had notified Donald Trump. Donald Trump had paid the response team to shoot and kill the gorilla. And then later on, we found out that the zookeeper was receiving death threats, phone calls. Can you imagine? He killed.
Let me play the threatening phone call in question.
Yeah, that he received.
So once again, I'm not going to be able to slow it down for an interpreter, but I need everybody to pay close attention to this threatening phone call from one of Stephanie's relatives.
He says, I'm going to eat your brains.
So Stephanie, and now it's like, this just in from Stephanie's relative. Stephanie, what did you interpret from that? Hold on. One more.
Yeah, man. Gorilla lives matter.
Okay,
Exactly.
so what did we interpret from all this?
They were very disappointed in him, and they're going to eat his brains.
Wow. As I'm assuming Harrison Ford's going to be there with a spoon. You know, because on Indiana Jones, they delivered the monkey brains and they cracked the skull open.
So now they're going to eat.
Shoot the monkey brains. Okay, so yesterday, now wait, a couple days ago, what was it? Like Friday, there was a truck on fire on the expressways. And then yesterday, a tractor trailer carrying 40,000 pounds of liquid plastic overturns. So it was a gooey trip home last night. I have a question, and I've worked in manufacturing plants. What the hell's liquid plastic?
I have a better question than that. Here's a better question than that. So they send a news team out. They send out surveyors, and all these people are sitting on the loop. That's 285 to 20 East, where we have multiple flipped trucks all the time.
Hourly.
Here's my thought. Those damn signs that say speed limit, those signs that show curve, those nice caution signs that show this black wedge with a truck tipping over that indicates slow your ass down. The grade is leaning. I mean, all this stuff is there. Now they got this news guy. Apparently, because the road is straight, it is causing an illusion for these guys, and they're not aware that it's going to sharply curve left in a downhill motion. So it's causing them this illusion to believe that it is a straight road. And I'm giggling, going, hey, jackass, what about that illusion of them 14 friggin' signs that they're supposed to look at? Or the fact of those brake lights in front of them, or the fact that these dumbasses have been driving on that same loop. I am 45 years old. That loop has been there since 1970 that I'm aware of. How do you not know that you're driving a rig and not an Isuzu pickup truck? How do you not know this?
The driver was on the radio this morning. He said his load shifted. I'm like, well, freaking duh.
My load's going to shift about the end of this show because of the coffee I drank. I can't get past this.
You know what?
You've driven down that road how many times?
Well, it says he's been driving for 18 years.
18 years.
So he's made that turn a lot. He said he was concerned.
Friggin' years.
He said he was concerned about the load dropping onto somebody. But let's really think about that. The turn swings to the outside. So centrifugal force would throw it out.
Well, how many times have we seen them where they flip over that rail?
Yeah, every day.
Come on, just slow down.
Why don't they fix it?
Here's the thing that makes me laugh now. Since the straightaway's there and it causes an illusion before you get into the curve. So what does that mean? We're going to spend money now to make it not be a straightaway and put a curve, like an S curve in it? I mean,
that'd be better.
Road Atlanta called. They're going to send down a road guy to kind of whip this rope into shape. We wanted it to look more like an S because that 90-degree curve just seems to be too much curve. I mean, come on, man.
I don't get it. There have been people wrecking there. They have changed the way that whole intersection type thing is so many times.
Why don't they just force you to slow down? Just
speed breakers.
Put up a big flashing strobe sign that says, slow your big ass down.
I used to come through that intersection every
Let
morning.
the DOT sit there and start writing tickets. I guarantee them truckers will slow their ass down then. You give a trucker, I hate to knock you guys, but apparently some of these dumbasses that are flipping their trucks, I know my trucker friends are listening, saying those guys that flip trucks are dumbasses because, come on, it is what it is. But you start fining a couple of those guys $200 out of their personal paycheck or their personal wallet, yeah, they'll slow their asses down. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. Waterhead to tell you that you don't drive like that.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Hell, David, Denise's husband will tell you you don't drive like that. Ken Morgan will tell you don't drive like that. I mean, what are these guys thinking?
Ken is probably one of the, between Ken and my oldest brother, Wayne, probably the best two drivers I've ever been in a vehicle with. Just could get out of just about anything because they understand the dynamics involved. But these guys that and how many of these guys don't have a GPS up? Everybody.
Oh, well, most of like JB Hunt now, you're driving by it.
Yeah.
It will, Chris Jones was showing me that his JB Hunt truck will it monitors your speed. If you go over, it's telling you you're going a couple miles over.
It's a bitch box thing. So.
Yeah, man. He's like, you can't fart without this thing knowing what you're doing.
Oh,
I just trip out. I just totally trip out. It doesn't make sense to me.
You are tripping.
I bunny hopped a truck.
Why do I want to strangle you?
Bump it.
What's a bunny hop mean?
It used to be a trick we did on bicycles. That's why I'm lost of what she's talking about.
What are you talking about?
I had it bucking. I was driving or trying to drive someone's Peterbilt.
We'll be back, everybody. She's becoming a pervert. She's bucking, bunny hopping, driving Peters.
It was a truck. It was a truck.
You were in the back of the truck.
No, I was in the driver's seat.
At the drive-in. I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were in the driver's seat.
Ask Travis. He'll tell you.
We'll be right back. This song goes out to Stephanie as we don't need to know any of her private business.
When I close my eyes, I'm Kenny Chest.
Even Jacob's like Peterbilt.
That's what it's called.
Stephanie, we know what trucks are called. Thank you. Good Lord. Nobody's being mean. I'm just, you're pointing out the obvious, and we can see it. Thanks for pointing it out. I'm sure you were getting reefer in the back.
Refurbed?
No, that's what he hauled was reefer.
Oh,
reefer's what she got at the beginning of the date that got her in the front seat of that.
Oh, it was not a date. Trust me on that.
What do you mean it wasn't a date?
It was my I guess I should say. But not. Man gets head stuck inside washing machine.
Saw that. It's awesome.
Wow. You heard what he said under his breath, didn't you? Honey, Ashley?
I say.
Why are you lighting candles and putting it over there next to Mike? Are y'all fixing to have a...
No, last night I was just trying to get it to smell better.
I don't know. I can't smell it.
See whose birthday is today?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I mean, come on, you're in a business where the phone's going to ring all the time. Because if the phone's going to ring, I mean, how do you not answer it? Well, you're not going to do it. Yeah.
How am I doing it for?
Because that one can't.
What?
Because I can't.
A, he most likely recognize her voice, but B, she barely can wipe her own ass with him on.
What does my arms have anything to do with it?
I just was picking on something obvious. If I said anything else, I'd hurt your feelings.
Because I'm an idiot and I can't stop laughing.
I didn't call you an idiot. I did not.
And I don't do good under pressure of doing.
I did not see all the stuff you're saying. I've not said.
I'm saying it for you.
Okay, thank you.
See?
Effort.
See? And he said he was going to come lock me in my house.
We'll have to go back live with that one because you just set stupidness up and I have no idea we're back. So Stephanie has a way of trying to be funny, and it sounds weird because as she's calling herself names, she says, "And he's gonna lock me in my house," and Mike's just like,
it just creates a lot of sexual tension here.
It's weird. I've already said that I feel a little odd because Stephanie's making me feel uncomfortable with all the weird sexual innuendos and stuff she's doing towards me.
I just feel like she continues on until she gets it so sexually frustrating inside the studio. And
she makes us feel very uncomfortable, and she doesn't stop. She just keeps going until we both feel a little awkward as guys sitting in here with, a person that we're not real sure of as far as what bathroom she pees in.
Well, not only that.
Should I just say they pee in because we don't know if we should label it or not.
Whenever you go anywhere and we're out drinking or having fun and she orders that drink she gets that was a sexual alligator.
Yeah.
It I don't know, it kind of stresses me out a little bit because when she's drinking it, she's looking over the top of it and going.
Well, what sucked is we was at the social house the other day and somebody asked for a Cosmopolitan and she gets up and I said, "Where are you going?" She says, "I'm going to the bathroom to go get the magazine." I was like, "Stephanie, it's a drink." She's like, "Oh, I thought you were wanting me to go get that one I was just reading when I was in there taking a poop."
Sexual alligators and what is it? Mick Light. What do you drink? Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Miller High Life.
Miller High Life. The champagne of beer.
And it says it on the bottle.
The Champlain.
So, yeah, you believe it because it's written right there on the label.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on the internet. It says it on the bottle.
In bold print.
Yes.
No, so you have to believe it.
No, Mike, the new house that we're moving into, the sliding glass door is odd.
Odd. Do you hear the word she just uses? When she sees something backwards, she calls it odd. That explains a lot of odd things in her life.
Well, you know how you put a bar in a sliding glass door to keep it from opening?
When weren't we just talking about sexual alligators? Like,
just keep watching. It's gonna go. Okay. Keep watching.
Yeah.
She's now trying to lead into that very same conversation I was just talking about that gets so weird.
I feel like one of the guys in the honor guard this weekend.
Stephanie, please stop him. Okay. So explain your situation.
So where you put the bar to keep the door from being open.
Okay. So for normal people, what she's trying to say is, when you have your house, you take the little broomstick and you put it inside in the track so nobody can open the sliding glass door. Mike, you tracking? You follow me?
I'm in a completely different bar, guys. So I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the one where you order drinks.
Can you please get on this?
I'm all over it.
Are you listening?
No.
You know how sliding glass doors You put the little piece of wood inside the track to keep the door from opening. So when you go to bed at night, you're locking your sliding glass door.
It's a little piece of wood.
Are you tracking?
I'm tracking.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
Now, Stephanie, go. Continue.
that's not
Don't be
on the.
Scotty.
That's not on the inside. It's on the outside of the house.
So
Okay.
she doesn't have an innie, she has an Audi, which
Yeah.
we already suspected.
Where-
And so he said that he's gonna come put a piece of wood in it to keep it from opening, so that we can't get out the sliding glass door.
What would have been so funny has now been ruined dealing
Well,
with Mike's old
yeah.
timers.
Where I don't weren't we talking about drinks?
You were trying to talk about drinks, but we were trying to go back. Hang on, let's
We
see
were
what we
trying to
got
do
I'm
here.
a
about to go
funny-
get a beer.
Sir, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
What's
I'm
up?
On the phone number I saved you just over your FaceTime. I don't want to FaceTime him.
Hey, you do know you're live on the radio, right?
Yeah, who is this?
Oh, well, cool.
Who is it?
What about that ride I posted yesterday?
Who is this?
Hold on. Say what?
Remember I sent you a text about a ride for girls that have cancer?
Oh, yeah, that's Michaela.
Are you riding?
Oh, I don't know. I plan to.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
I will. I'll let you know about it.
yeah, radio show.
All
Yeah.
right, bye.
Radio show.
Hey, friends, sorry.
Wow. So
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
It's
that's-
not like the show was going anywhere. We had Stephanie.
we were trying to do
we
it
had-
funny, and
we
Mike
had Steph.
ruined it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We had Steph trying to be funny, which is funny all by itself. We had Mike, who was just being medicated, Mike, all of a sudden.
Hello, yes, I'm interested in changing my long distance service.
But yeah,
Right in the middle of the show, dude.
I thought it was something important. If somebody calls my personal
Oh
phone
my god.
in the middle of the show,
Stephanie,
I
your
need
head
it.
would go it would be like scanners.
the lasers would
You-
pop out of his eyes.
so yeah, Stephanie
yes.
set her doors backwards. So I said I was going to come over in the middle of the night and put a piece of wood in her house and the door and lock her in her house. Can you imagine? Can you
That would
imagine
be
Stephanie?
hilarious.
Can you imagine Stephanie with her short arms and a short leg trying to climb out of a window that's like 8 feet off the ground?
I don't even know what we're talking about now. Okay, you know.
Watching Stephanie get out of that window would be about like what we watched them pull that Jeep out of the side of that house a few minutes ago. Except her legs would be kicking a lot.
Yeah. It would be funny. So yeah, I need a new sliding glass door eventually.
No, you don't. It's not your house.
Well, yeah. But on the house, it needs a new sliding glass door.
I just love how people who rent a house say, "Oh, I need this." If you don't, they do.
Oh, they already said whatever we.
I know that, but I'm just meaning to prove a point. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
when
yeah,
people
yeah.
say, "I need to this." Like, you don't need to nothing. You need to call somebody and get it fixed. That's one thing. That is one thing about owning a house versus renting a house. Somebody was telling me yesterday the air conditioning was out. I'm like, the landlords better be all over that,
Mhm.
especially hitting 90 degrees. You better be all over that.
Luckily, my new landlord is a heating and air for Rockdale County schools.
If I was
so-
to ever rent a house again, I would make sure that I would have the homeowner sign in his own handwriting at the very bottom that if I report anything that needs to be fixed, that you have to be on it within 24 hours. Because
That's a
that
good
crap
idea.
about when the electrical panel got messed up and they left you sitting there for 4 days with no electricity working correctly in a house that could potentially burn down while you were in it,
Shoot, it was longer than that.
I was
talking
being
about-
nice.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about next door?
Well, I'm still in that house. I won't be in the other house until this weekend.
So yeah, that's where I was
Yes.
going.
Yes.
So
For
let's
those
come up
that-
with something new. Mike, what do you got over there?
A tumor?
I'm trying to turn it over to you to focus on something so you can defocus from whatever the hell you're thinking about. So what else do you got?
He's thinking about the fact that I'm moving right
Stop,
next door.
Stephanie. Just let him try to spit out something that would actually make sense.
Gummy bears.
Do you have any technology stuff we should talk about?
Yes.
You know,
as a
I
matter of
always
fact.
wanted to do a show since Little Richard and me were discussing it about 2 years ago. I wanted to do a show about tech and technology and all the cool apps that are out and new TVs and computer screens and home alarms and security. Speaking of, I got to get with Bobby.
Yeah,
Here it is Wednesday.
Yeah, I need Bobby. I definitely need Bobby. I got 3 places for him to look at, and I would like to see if Bobby is available on Wednesday nights a couple times a week to come in, and he can bring whatever the newest, coolest thing is for the alarms and the cameras and all. So that'll be your weekly taste of tech. That's what we're going to call that little segment on my show is
Tech Talk.
No, taste of tech.
And Bobby has some awesome cameras.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to show it on the camera on the YouTube live during the show. And then on top of that, we're getting an in with the Major League Gaming folks. There's a team that we're involved in. These guys make huge money playing video games, so it's going to be pretty cool. So we'll have an in there, so we'll get to talk about games. And
I mean, that's why it was called Guns and Gadgets to begin with. You were going to talk about guns and you were going to talk about gadgets, and then we spun off and created 2 different shows so that you would have a show and Alex had a show.
Yeah, well, the world according to Mike's the world according to Mike. I mean, I'm doing what I want to do, and we're growing in listeners and growing in followers, so it's pretty cool. So I think what I'd like to also do is start getting more of the story on the drones, because they are getting more popular. So a lot of stuff goes along with the drones. A lot of tech stuff will go with the drones. There's new apps coming out daily, and there is a lot of technical companies out there that are on Kickstarter, and I don't really go with the GoFundMe for tech, but Kickstarter, like there's a helmet, and we were talking about helmets, about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, man, that helmet I got, ooh,
yeah,
you
seemed really, really happy with that new helmet. So it would be cool to kind of do a little bit of a segue in on my show, that because your helmet breaks down into like 15 different modifications.
It doesn't do that, but it definitely gives you 6 helmets.
And that's so
Joe
cool.
Leaper. He was being a little smarty to me, saying, I could buy 5 helmets for that price. Yes, you could. But then you have 5 friggin' helmets. How are you going to carry 5 friggin' helmets? So I have a helmet with the it's a full face, and I can pop the full face chin bar out. Put it in my backpack.
It is really cool.
Put it in my tour pack. It has where it can become just a regular 3/4 shield, 3/4 helmet with a full face shield. And then the face shield comes off, and then you can snap a visor on it. It has built-in shades, sunglasses that you can pop down. It has a weather seal around the full face. So if it started to rain, I would absolutely positively get no rain in my helmet. The chin guard, when you pop it in, especially for the wintertime, it has a little bit of a net on the bottom of the chin guard that will keep a lot of the wind from blowing in. It has a neck protection that you can put in to help keep the warmth in for winter. I mean, all this stuff just breaks down. You put it in your tour pack. It's friggin' amazing. One helmet. So if I go get on an expressway, instead of me having to say, oh, my God, I got to take my full face and then change over to my turtle shell when I get off the expressway, I just pop a chin guard out, and I can do that while sitting at a red light.
There's two things I like. One, I like the clear visor with the tinted visor on the inside, and you just touch a button and it retracts. Which, if you're a motorcycle rider, sometimes you need that shaded visor, and sometimes you just need wind protection. The other thing is there's vents in the top.
I have 3 kick butt vents,
and you can control the amount of airflow that goes to your head. And
it's bad.
I just like saying that.
It is. I love it, and because it's shaped in an oval versus round, there was no pressure on my forehead. I was able to wear that helmet, and it's lighter than most helmets.
Well, not only that, but when you do those,
it's the best money I've spent.
When you do those vents and you're riding, the aerodynamics of it actually slightly lift the helmet to keep the weight off of your neck. That's freaking brilliant.
Not counting the air's blowing across your scalp where you're hot.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. A lot of, you know what?
Love it.
Guarantee it. Riders were involved in the design of that helmet.
And that Cena headset that I have, when the bus had its problem, Travis called me.
Yeah, you answered the phone through your helmet, right?
I was riding through Rutledge coming into Madison, talking to Travis on the phone.
I got to tell you, technology has really changed. Now, the helmet
and me and Crystal's talking back and forth, so you can Bluetooth your phone to hear music.
Yeah.
Both of us can hear it. A phone call can come in. You just tap the button on the side of the phone on the headset really fast. You answer the phone call. I can tap it again to patch me and her into the phone call. So now all of us are on the phone.
Oh, cool.
Now, can you talk to other bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they have the headset, you patch
cool.
up to six bikes together.
Wow. Very cool. Now, here, the helmet I'm looking at has a heads-up display inside. It's very expensive. Probably doesn't do anything for, being safe on your bucket there. But now you said Joe Leeper said he could get 5 helmets for that cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 cheap.
Here's the thing.
Cheap.
I never go
helmets.
cheap on
the helmet cost me $380, but hell, half the real crotch rocket helmets, the ones you would want to put your life in, they're $500-$600 anyways.
Okay,
so what is it? SOIE, I think it is, or whatever.
However is that?
Showy.
Here's the thing: it's your head.
But yeah, you only have one,
unless you want to end up like what's his name? That played Buddy Holly.
Gary Busey.
I would say spend as much as you possibly can afford on a good helmet.
And you have to be comfortable because once, for instance, like my helmet that had the whole full face that flips up, it was pushing on my forehead. An hour of that, you're miserable.
Yeah,
there goes your whole ride.
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of miserable anyway.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, so the helmet I'm looking at has heads-up display and all the things you're talking about, communications and all that other stuff. It costs like $1,300. But wouldn't that be cool if I contact these folks and I say, hey, I got a radio show and I do a tech bit. Could you possibly send? I'll send it back. I don't know if that's how they do it. But when
you can keep it because I need it.
Well, when we first started Guns and Gadgets, I had started contacting some of these basic technology folks.
Yeah, they'll send you stuff.
They will send you stuff. Yeah, if you're gonna give them a plug, they'll send it to you. And
you get me a helmet to talk about on the show. I'll do video while wearing it.
And stuff like that.
About it.
I just think we could really open up the.
I didn't. How did I do that? All I'm doing is scrolling down my Facebook.
I'm gonna do one more story.
It'd be different if I did that.
That's what I'm talking about.
But all I did was scroll down.
Why'd you go back to it?
Because that was me messing with you.
All right, here. I'm just gonna do one more story, and then Steph, you're up for a couple stories. Because I know you're just chomping at the bit.
Before you do that, I need to make this phone call.
Okay. Well, real quick, I'm gonna make this.
No, you're not doing nothing. The phone's ringing.
Dozen dead cubs were discovered in a freezer.
The phone.
He freezes dead animals.
Hey, Bobby, this is Scottie with Just Fun Radio.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, man, I was just gonna tell you, I'm sorry, I've been behind, man. My bus is actually broke down in Social Circle. I gotta go deal with that. But
hey,
Military Mike, I was bringing up about cameras and things like that, and I want Bobby to tell everybody who he is because he's fixing to be a new sponsor here with Just Fun Radio. But Mike actually had a question about some cameras as well. I figured, well, why not call the man? If you want answers, you got to get the man on the phone.
I understand.
You free for a second?
I am getting on a plane.
Oh man,
cool.
Where are you going? You can't go on vacation.
Getting drunk on a plane.
You're going where?
New Orleans.
Is vacay or work?
No, work.
Oh man,
when are you gonna be back, brother?
How do you go to?
I'll be back on Friday morning.
All right, brother. Well, you have a good trip and
careful.
let us know when you're back and you got time to come sit in.
I have 3.
All right, brother. Take care.
I got 3 clients that need.
He's getting on a plane, dude.
Yeah, but your friends can call on the other phone and you'll talk to them on there.
This dude's getting on a plane.
I don't care. Planes are cool. I like planes.
You are such an
cellular
idiot.
phones do not.
You are such an idiot. He's getting on a plane just because people call.
Just in.
He was one of my friends too.
Scottie's free.
So we will talk at you. We'll be right back. It's commercial time.
You know how many people say that? Hurts my throat. Dozens of dead cubs.
No, man.
Yeah, we know how you like to put stuff in the.
Like to freeze.
Yeah, wait till we come back. Save it. Don't spoil it and let people on Facebook hear it.
You mean YouTube?
I don't care about you.
Plus, it's only funny once.
Oh, he had a vest on.
You know, my brother and my cousin put vest on, walked out in the backyard, and shot each other to prove they were. I'm like, why would you do that? Bomb test.
Freaking bullet stuck in his vest.
Look at these two girls making out in the middle of a riot.
He got hit.
Wow.
Back right there, man. She, she grew up there.
Yeah, and look at her.
Yeah, but Afghanistan, dude.
God.
She was on the cover of.
I know, but
she sure did get dirty. She is.
look at, you could shave her forehead. Look at that.
Tuberculosis is so.
And Eastwood on a free.
Yeah. He should be older than that.
Why should he be older than that, Stephanie? I think that's enough.
Because I think he's like 90.
Y'all are idiots. Why would you ever think I'm just doing it to be mean?
'Cause you
It's
do.
just for the show.
You like it.
Trying to get to the Linda Carter picture. But they're going to make you sit through 44 dang pictures.
Well, he's 86.
You do know. Clicking on these things.
Viruses.
I know, but what do you do?
Really hard.
Oh, Penny from
You know, I haven't
Big
watched
Bang
that show
Theory.
since season.
I've never even started watching. Everybody tells me I need to.
It's really the first couple of years are really funny, but then
well, it was funny when
what was that taking?
Sheldon finally.
November. Oh, that was before you. Meet her too. Find her name. Take your picture of her name real quick. I don't really know her. I mean, I'd see her all over town. You do realize that I'm an entertainer, and that doesn't mean I know everybody.
Okay.
I know them. They know me.
Would imply that you should be a bully because you're just me. Other thing is,
I know her, but it won't get you nowhere.
I am not asking you to introduce. I send messages.
I just tried to tell you to call her.
I said, ooh.
It's a weird, I'm sure. Hot women. Look at those bubbles.
Getting hounded by a couple 100,000 guys.
Ah,
At least 100
All right, we're going to talk about that when we get back.
a day.
All right, everybody, we're back. That song I just played, I dedicated to military, medicated, not so magic Mike.
And that, I'm still muted.
Still muted.
And that could be one reason.
Did
why
you hear
women
what the
don't
song
like-
was?
Yeah.
Call you maybe?
Yeah. I mean,
He was
know,
just sitting there saying, go ahead, say it again. I don't want you to introduce me to any people.
I don't, because I send these young ladies, these beautiful women, I send them friend requests and they accept them immediately.
Yeah, but I think
then,
you're a little like odd when you send some of that stuff.
well, yeah, it wouldn't be so odd if DJ Scottie, DJ
We're not
Smiles,
14.
or Redneck
Why should I
Stephanie
go send
would
these
kinda do a,
girls?
hey, this dude's pretty cool.
But
It's
why
just
should I go send these girls stuff?
Because
just
you
for
have to these days. You have to.
Just for you to,
I do not blame
to then
women.
turn around and
I do not blame women for being skeptical, because there are so many. A couple friends of mine, I'll say, how many messages a day do you get? And this young lady I was talking to yesterday, she said she gets 100 messages a day, and she says probably 90% of them are guy taking pictures of their junk.
Oh, I'm sure.
saying you want this, you want this. She just has to sit there and hit the delete button. And this is like her third Facebook account.
I'm sure.
Because guys are creeps.
That's right.
I actually told a girl that I know, Megan, yesterday, because she said the guy you're going out with is probably texting 4 other women. She posted that. And so I said, well, maybe in your life, but and she goes, I'm just joking. And I said, it's stuff like this that ruins it for the good guys that are still out there. And then you get 2 or 3 girls going, there are no good guys out there. And then you get 50 guys going, yes, there are. Yes, there is,
Right. And that's what I was going to say. You'll have a bunch of the girls around here that'll tell you there's no men around here in this area anymore.
I don't want people.
I'm trying to distract Mike.
It's working. I don't want.
I can tell.
But those little itty bitty bikinis like that kind of don't really do it.
Look,
I mean, it's sexy.
I mean, it's like camel.
That's
camel.
just, I don't
camel.
know. I don't even, that's.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're looking at Camel Joe.
I mean, as a man, I would tell you, woohoo. But as somebody wanting to date somebody, that's not what I'm really looking for. Because that's just exhibitionist type stuff, and not really interested in that anymore. Yeah.
So did you actually have anything to talk about?
Well, I thought Steph was going to go to a story because y'all didn't like my story about the frozen Cubs.
No, I was actually saying save it until we come back.
No, you didn't like it because it's about you.
Here we are again.
It's you.
You're being difficult. I'm trying to do a show.
You freeze.
You're an idiot.
Animals.
Could you hurry up and get to the point?
Okay. Do you freeze animals and put them in your freezer? DJ Scottie.
I? No.
Yes.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
You are a liar.
You did. Listen here. I feel like I'm Bill Clinton.
Listen, Linda.
You have not.
I did not freeze a chihuahua.
You have not asked the question correctly.
Oh, no. Don't turn it.
No, you didn't answer it. You didn't word it correctly.
You didn't word it correctly.
Okay. You need to ask him, DJ Scottie, have you ever put a dead animal in your freezer?
Yes.
Did you know that you're a heathen sinner?
But he didn't catch it.
I did.
You asked the question incorrectly. You said, do I? No, I don't. I don't just do that randomly.
Just that one time.
Scottie, you told me that you had frozen mice in your...
Yes, I have.
Have you ever had a frozen bobcat in your
Yes,
freezer?
I have.
Have you ever had a frozen chihuahua? And okay,
yes.
Look, I'm not real good at this whole law thing, but Your Honor, I rest my case.
No.
The defense rep.
You worded it.
You're a sinner.
You worded it. You said,
animal hater.
You said, do I? It's not a habit. It's not something I just compulsively do.
How many mice? Long term. Give me an amount.
Well, one stayed for over a year. That would be considered long term.
It was freezer burnt.
That's what I said
to my snake would have spit it out and goes, tastes like an old popsicle.
Did you ever put popsicle sticks in the frozen mice? Don't lie. Don't
No,
lie.
I didn't have to. The tails were already there.
Oh my God.
It was a mousesicle.
I would pay to see.
There's nothing better. Look.
Tom and Jerry sickle.
Look, there's nothing better than one of your roommates having just some strange booty call over, and she comes walking towards the front door. The walk of shame, and you take one. And you hear the doorknob to the bedroom open, and you throw it in the frying pan. So when they walk by, all they see is this 12-inch. And I'm not saying counting its tail. I'm talking nose to his ace. 12-inch long, is big around as an apple, white rat laying in the frying pan while the girl's walking out the door.
You got to look at her and go, how you like your eggs? You want cheese with your eggs?
You want it medium well?
Okay, so that little skit right there is a true story.
But yes, I don't do that. I
don't do that.
I have done that.
Oh, but you don't do it anymore.
Well, I have no need to do it anymore.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is the past is the past.
Well, you just asked the question incorrectly. It's all in the wording, Your Honor.
Okay,
you would suck as a lawyer.
Your Honor, I'd like to treat this as a hostile witness.
Are you asking me if your dog died, would I put it in the freezer and wait till you got home to do something with the animal?
Okay, I'll ask that question.
Yes, I would. I'd put it in the freezer
You have got
until you got home.
I've
you
done
have
that.
a problem.
How do I have
What
a
do you
problem?
mean you have done? What the hell?
I can't just leave the dog stinking in the backyard going, Mike could be
Yeah.
home at 10 tonight.
So
When
you throw it
Travis's
in the
cat- yeah.
What do you do with it?
When Travis's
froze a
cat,
cat.
died, I had
Stop
to.
for a second. What do you do with it?
Yeah, they got to say goodbye.
What do you do with it?
bag it and tag it.
What
then
am I
put
going to
it in the
do?
freezer.
Am I just going to leave it sitting in my backyard for the sun to shine on and the vultures to start circling?
I will never get something. I'm not even getting ice out of
I'm
y'all's
asking you a
freezers.
simple question.
I'm calling the police.
It
I'm
was a
asking you
deep freezer.
Stop for a second. I'm asking you a simple question. Would you, if you
No.
claim you love your dog,
I do more than y'all.
so if you left your dog here and you had to go out of town for 2 days and
I wouldn't do that.
and she got hit by a car or she died of old age,
And that's why I wouldn't do it.
stop.
Because apparently the only time you like animals is when they're frozen.
My point is,
You're sick.
would you be upset if I went and buried her in the backyard
No.
and you didn't get to say bye?
No, not at all.
Okay,
It'd be
well,
better
some-
than going to the
some
freaking
people
freezer to
would.
get a popsicle and finding my dog. Y'all are sick. What are you giggling about? You froze a cat?
Yes.
Dude, I
What the
worked at
hell
dog
is-
rescue. They had 3 deep freezers on this rescue farm that were just full of dogs because they would get 3 full ones and then go to the incinerator.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That's a medical process. You guys are just twisted.
No, I was
No,
just
we
You
have
guys have
pet-
clowns under your beds.
We have pets. We have a pet cemetery, and
I don't know about all that. I don't have no pet cemetery.
Yeah, it's over
I don't
at
have
my
any
in-laws.
animals buried at this house.
Yeah, so
My
that's
other
what-
house that
Yeah,
I
just-
used to live
Just
at.
humans here.
Yeah, at the other house, I got a lake. At the other house, I had a bunch of buried animals, but that's because we were trying to bring home sick dogs and nurse them back to health,
That's
and they didn't make it.
perfectly okay. You guys are just talking about randomly freezing animals.
I had one hole that
No.
probably had 10 dogs in it.
That's like,
They would rot, decompress, decompose, however you want to word it, and you move the rock, dig up some dirt, throw another one in, put the rock back, and the mound would shrink
you
back
do
down.
realize in Bosnia-Herzegovina,
Well, I don't realize nothing. We're talking about dogs.
the Muslims were being buried like that as well.
That has nothing to do with.
I'm
I'm not putting Muslims in a freezer.
Yeah. That's why they don't. You better. It's time to
Stephanie,
go
what
to
are you reading?
No, I'm laughing at you.
I
putting a Muslim.
don't
in
put a
freezer
Muslim in a freezer.
next to
Is that-
freaking.
That's a
pork
bad
chops.
joke.
Putting a Muslim in a freezer.
I would
next
be
to some pork
listen,
chops. What the hell's wrong with
listen.
you?
Yeah.
I would
You're
never
a
put.
sinner.
I would never put a Muslim in a freezer. I mean, I got to save room for poor defenseless animals.
Wow. I'm tired now.
Ooh.
I'm wondering how many people. Listen, we said we were gonna do a gag at the beginning of the show and said, let's see how many people we can piss off by 8. We still not had one person call in
I know
or
why.
text in to say.
Oh
they're
yeah, well your
mad.
buddy called in when you took the call right there on the mic. Hey, yeah, what's up? What
He's
you
wanting to talk
doing
about
later?
Michaela's ride.
Yeah, what's
We'll talk about that in just a second, by the way.
One last thing on motorcycles. DARPA and you guys know I love DARPA.
I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Well, if you ever watch
Is
my
that
show-
Darlene?
No, DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. It's the super secret government. And the woman that runs it, oh, is so beautiful and smart. Okay, DARPA stealth motorcycles for special forces called the Silent Hawk and the Nightmare. We're going to talk about those tonight on The World According to Mike at 7 p.m. on Just for Fun Radio Network. So, yeah, we're going to do a little tech talk tonight, too. Oh, can I say that? I can't say it like
You
that.
can say whatever you want. World according to Mike.
Okay. Well, I think maybe we'll have a little discussion about the sickness involved with my host and co-host about freezing random domestic animals. What
They're
the
dead.
heck? Oh,
It's not
my
like
What are you
God.
supposed to do with
Frozen.
them, Mike?
It's not like they're frozen alive. They're dead, and
I just-
you know they're dead.
No,
'Cause
I
they're
don't. You know
stiff.
what? Remind
And then
me,
you put them in there and just
if-
get them stiffer.
Scotty, please. God,
I
Lord Jesus.
So this I was just asked if I could announce this.
What is it first?
If it, yeah,
Um,
if it's got,
Rockdale County Sheriff's Office Women's Gun Safety Course.
oh, that's good.
Who the hell's asking you to do that?
You know who's asking.
Who's asking you to do that?
Our sheriff.
He sent that to you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he sent it to you and said, "Can you announce this?"
Yes.
Or he
Are
said,
you
"Do it."
freaking kidding me?
No.
That's
I'm not
cool. I
kidding.
mean, that's just cool because there was a long time there where he didn't like to have anything to do
No,
with me.
it's you. He doesn't like you.
I know he doesn't
He
like
likes
me.
us.
Oh, I understand that.
He likes Alex and
It's
me.
a damn radio show.
Yeah,
They don't like you.
It actually says Alex McDonald and Stephanie Spivey McDaniel. Can you guys
Oh.
bump this up? for us?
So it's really he's friends with Alex, you douche nugget.
No, my name is on there. He tagged me in it too. He tagged me right there.
We're now searching for Stephanie's brain. We're dropping the sonar down into the depths
Oh.
Look, my
of
name.
Salem Lake looking for Stephanie's brain.
My name
Stephanie-
is right there.
No, Stephanie, he just tagged you in it. It means nothing. He's actually hitting up on Alex.
Whatever.
Oh,
Anyways.
that was awesome, Steph.
Good
Right.
job, Alex. You didn't even know you were doing good.
Steph, you did good.
Rockdale County,
now or I'll shoot.
Rockdale County Sheriff's Office Women's Gun Safety Course. It's going to be held June 25th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information and to sign up, go to the website www.rockdalesheriff.com or call 770-278-8000 for more information.
Put your hands up now or I'll shoot.
Now, you know what? I really want to go to this. I'd asked Alex. He never got back with me. So, Scotty, I'll ask you. Steph, I don't know if this is something you're interested in. But Thursday night here, I believe it's Covington, the firearms program from United States Law Shield. They talk about laws involved. It's a seminar. They talk about, the facts of the laws as far as firing a gun and all that other stuff. But I was going to talk to him about maybe sponsoring my show because they have these classes almost every week or so. So you guys,
when is this?
It's like $10. It's Thursday night, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's at the Holiday Inn Express on the Access
At
Road
the
in
hotel.
Covington.
You asking me to go to the hotel?
It'll be one of the rooms. It's not.
I'm sure it'll be one of the rooms, you freaking perv.
You're not gonna get lucky there. Nothing.
All right, so when is this?
June 25th.
I wasn't asking what you're talking about. I'm asking what Mike's talking about.
Thursday night, dude.
This
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
And then go back to what you were saying. You were saying June what?
June 25th.
All right, so
From-
make sure you tag it and share it. And see, now that the sheriff's election's over with, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody because that way if somebody's listening. Now that the sheriff's election stuff's over with, I had to stay, what's the word, nonpartisan? Is that the word?
Yeah.
I had to stay.
Very good.
I had to stay neutral
Yeah.
because,
you have to.
well, my thing is this. I don't know what to say, friends. I know Donald Ferguson. I know Eric Levitz. Am I friends with either of them? I don't know. What do you consider the friends level? I don't mean to be rude. I'm questioning it because I don't really know either one of them. But my thing is this: one of them was going to win,
Yeah.
and I still got to live in this county.
Right.
So people were asking me to support this one. People were asking me to support this one, and I said, "Listen, I can't get in this. I can't get in the middle of this. Y'all have to decide for yourselves what you want to do, who you want to vote on. I own a radio station, and I got to stay neutral." And I did. I stayed as neutral as I possibly could. And it's great that Alex wanted to support who he wanted to support. It's great Doc supported who she wanted to support. It's great that Mike supported who he wanted. Stephanie supported. All my people as individuals could support whoever they want, but you didn't. Well, other than Alex, you didn't hear about it on the radio station.
No, I purposely didn't. Because as a moderator,
Alex's night show he
Yeah.
can do differently.
Yeah.
But
As-
on the day show, I could not have anybody supporting anybody on my morning show.
as a moderator during the debate there.
Now, do I support my sheriff? Hell yeah, he's my sheriff.
I was.
Am I frustrated with my speeding? Yes. Mike Myers said they're already working on something. I'll take Mike at his word. You know what I mean? Do I believe that the commissioners should let me speak big words instead of trying to be funny. Do I believe my commissioners should allocate more money to the sheriff's department to protect us? Well, hell to the yeah, I think we need to.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. I'm willing to do
Eric Levitz, now that the election part's over with, you 100% have my support.
Yeah.
The only reason you haven't had my support is I couldn't do that during election time. So I need to be very clear with that. I just can't. I mean, I just can't get caught up in the politics and stuff.
And when exactly is the I don't want to say revote.
There's not one for the sheriff.
No, but for the council. For the
July
24th
Now,
or 26th.
I'm kind of I do kind of show partiality to Oz.
Yeah.
Because I've known Oz for a little while now, and I do show partiality to him, and maybe that's not the right thing, but I have had him on the show, and you know what? There is a passion with Oz.
Yeah.
He's you know what? You can say anything about anybody, but the one thing that rings true is that Oz is passionate about Rockdale County. And I don't even.
I just got a maybe from Alex, and I have no idea what that means. I'm trying to open my phone now.
Thank you. A listener helped me. A runoff because it was such a close vote.
For who?
Between the current sitting commissioner and the previous.
Oh yeah, there has to be a runoff. But why he said maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, a listener told me it's called a runoff, and that is.
There's a Okay, Alex, please call in and fill us in on what it is you're saying, please. I see he's now saying something about post one, so I want to hear from our tech talk.
Is there a runoff?
I have no idea. That's what I'm reading, and it didn't make sense because I first got a maybe. And see, here's the thing everybody has to keep in mind. If you're listening to the app, you're about 30 seconds behind our reality. If you're watching video, you're 45 to 60 seconds behind our reality. So if you picture, I said, for instance, right now, 8:47, I say hello. A minute and a half goes by, I see somebody else text hello. Well, I'm hoping that they're helloing what I'm talking about. But what if we said hello, we talked about the monkeys, then we talked about the alligators, and all of a sudden and the body was found. Are we talking about alligators? Or are we talking about monkeys? What body was found? So I have to ask people to redo stuff.
It can't get it. And you know what? When I listen to talk radio 24/7, I barely listen to music anymore.
So how about this? I put on the Just for Fun page. It's a gorilla holding. Hold on just 1 second, caller. It's a gorilla holding Gorilla Glue, and it says, because holding on to your kids at the zoo is so important.
Wow.
You like that?
No.
Gorilla Glue?
To say something else. Okay.
You don't like that?
No. It's not.
What was you going to say?
No.
All right, caller, who we got?
It's me.
Oh, what's happening?
going on?
It's Alex.
I was gonna talk about that monkey last night. We forgot about it, and I said, we'll deal with it next week.
So what's your opinion on this? Because I think there's two sides to it.
I think it's a shame either way, right? But when it comes down, when you have to make a choice between an ape and a child, you choose the child. You save the kid.
Yeah, but we got more kids. We're running out of silverbacks.
And that was a beautiful.
Nobody's laughing. That was good. Look at Mike's face. Mike was not laughing.
There's like 170,000 of these silverbacks in different parts of the world.
That was
and how many kids are in the orphanages?
Check your facts there, Freezer Boy.
Because in England, they're all pissed off about this because they're all big animal-loving freaks.
Yeah.
And some girl on a Facebook post actually said, he's an endangered species. Children aren't endangered species.
Wow.
And I said, are you really saying you should let the kid die just because there's more of them?
Right. And that's what I was fixing to say. What TV? It's all of a sudden, it's like watching one of these futuristic movies where they take the prisoner and say, run, if you live, you make it. So we're just going to say, okay, if the kid fell in the canyon, we're just going to write him off. Don't try to save them. We just write them off. Hey, y'all, it's feeding time for the silverback. Come watch. We just threw a 6-year-old in there.
And they're highly unpredictable. You see these TV shows where they document gorillas, and you see on YouTube the attacks that they do. And all it takes is one good, solid blow from a 400-pound gorilla.
Oh, their strength is 10 times ours. Here's the thing, too, is there's so many edited clips right now. Like I have not, let me word it this way. All of a sudden last night we saw this one clip that we've not seen yet where he pushed the kid down, grabbed him by his wrist and just was slinging him as he was running. And I'm like, where's that video been? Because if
Right.
all you showed was that video, then that right there would make everybody shut up and go, okay, shoot them. I see you have to
Exactly.
shoot them now.
Exactly.
come on,
I think they made the right choice. I think it's a shame. It's tragic, but it is what it is. When it comes down to saving a kid or a gorilla, you save the kid every single time.
Right.
No questions
Yeah.
asked.
And Jack Hanna
Anyway.
sounded like Mike yesterday. I watched a clip with Jack Hanna saying, listen, you hit him with a trank dart, we have no idea what he's going to do to resist or fight it,
yeah.
and he could really get worse.
It ain't like the movies.
He'll have 10, 15 minutes to put up a fight and
Right.
kill whatever he needs to.
All right, so what you got?
So the runoff elections are early voting is supposed to begin July 5th, and the actual voting day is July 26th. However, there is a recount happening this morning for post one.
Really?
Tua Barley missed out on the runoff by 44 votes, so he's asked for a recount.
Mm.
All right,
that
all
will
right.
do.
I thought she ran away with it.
Hey, hang on a second. At 44, does that cause a runoff for post one?
Well, he said a recount.
If he
I'm
makes up,
asking that question.
if he makes up those 44 votes, I'm not really sure what happened.
When you say
Because if-
make up, how do you?
Well, he was 44 votes. He came in third place. He was 44 votes shy of second place
Okay.
and going into the runoff. So he's asked for a recount. If he makes up those 44 votes, he will then overtake Phyllis Hatcher, and I believe then all that will happen is he'll replace Phyllis in the runoff, and the runoff elections will continue as scheduled.
Right. So he's not
However-
44 away from the first winning spot. He's 44 away from the second place.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
44
that's what-
votes away from second place and becoming one of the two
Runoffs,
candidates
right.
in the runoff.
Okay. Now that makes more
Um,
sense. I just want to make sure that everybody listening kind of made sure that we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't want to say a great deal on air, but there are some questions surrounding this whole issue that may, if he gets into the runoffs, it may affect the date of the runoff, but we'll see.
I wonder how that would change anything on the runoff, though. That's strange.
Well, in that case, I think they would be forced into a special election
Right.
between possibly the three candidates. Who knows? But anyway, July 5th, early voting begins, and July 26th is the scheduled date for the runoff elections for post one, the chairman, and also judge of probate judge. So that's the answer to Mike's question, but we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a hard
It'll
one
be
to call.
interesting to see. It's going to be a fun election period.
And
And of course, post one goes all the way to November anyway, because there's a Republican in the race also.
And I just had this sent to me. If he makes up those votes, he will be in the runoff, and the runoff will be as scheduled. Nothing can change the dates of the runoff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Hopefully that's how it works out. And we'll see.
And
We'll go from there.
and I'm going to throw my opinion out, which
No.
I was trying not to do prior to this.
Uh-oh.
But the gentleman that we're talking about, if Mahaffey didn't get it, I wanted that guy to get it. Let's
He's
just
a
say,
little short. He was a
yeah,
little-
just let
Ow.
what's already been said describe who we're talking about. That way you have to really know what we're talking about to understand my opinion. I don't want to be quoted on it because I mean, if you want to pay attention, you roll back this video because there's a ton of these city people and county people that are watching YouTube, and then they go back and watch YouTube and they try to share it and try to tell people I said this and I said that, but I'm just saying my opinion on that one. I heard
I like
very,
him as well.
very, very good things about this man.
I like him too. I think he would be a good representative for Rockdale County.
Yeah.
So
Now I don't think
we'll
there's
see
any
what
problems
happens.
with Sherry. I just particularly like this guy.
Yeah, I also like Sherry. Though,
Yeah.
but
That's what I
me,
say. I'm not
you know.
knocking her at all.
Yeah.
See, this is
So
what I have to
I-
remind people in the business in which we're in. We still have to live in this county. So
Mhm.
you don't want to say anything that's going to come back and haunt you in a year from now.
Well, just to let you know, it looks like tentatively we'll be holding the debate on June 23rd. Everybody has agreed, except right now for the chairman. He's I don't know, he's still thinking about it. I guess he said he's uncommitted at this point. Oz wants to move forward.
And where are we doing it?
Debate by himself. It'll be at the VFW.
Okay, just making sure it's the same location.
Did you say Oz is gonna debate by himself?
Yeah, Oz will go out there and have the stage to himself, and he'll be able to address the county.
How lame is that going to be?
Unopposed by himself. I think it'll be fine.
No. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Oz. I'm talking about how lame is that you can't show up for a debate and you're supposed to be the king of the castle.
So he did
not.
not.
I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I hope that the chairman decides he's going to attend and give the people what they want, an actual debate where they can discuss ideas and have their questions answered. There's a link, and I'll share it again today. There's a link to a 3-page survey where you can submit questions for the debates. There's one, you fill in a question for the chairman, for post 1, and for a judge of probate. It's anonymous, so you can fill it out and submit your questions, and we will ask them at the debate. I'll post that again later today on the Just for Fun page.
If he doesn't show up, I'm just going to sit up there as a pitch hitter, like they would do for the Braves. And then every time a question for him comes up, I'll just be like, no comment.
If he doesn't,
and then they'll be like, Mr. Oat, as a representative of my county, no comment.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the score. He knows if there's a room full of people and he doesn't show up, then it's not going to look too favorable on him.
Well, my problem is this. I'm not trying to choose a side here. I'm trying to say, as my chairperson, your ass needs to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
And bring your people and let them be part of filling out the questionnaire and letting their questions be asked.
Yeah.
So why don't you call Odin again and let it go to voicemail and leave the voicemail and say the words, DJ Scottie said he needs you as the chairman of our county to be there to represent and make sure you bring your questions to ask their important questions. Bring your people to ask their important questions to Oz just as much as anybody else. I mean, it's only fair. We're the citizens. We should have.
I agree wholeheartedly, especially when you consider there are a lot of new residents in the county. Most of them have never met the chairman. Most of them have never heard him speak.
That's right. They know nothing of what he used to do. We need to hear about what you're gonna do.
Alex, they have no idea what he stands for or what his positions are on the issues or how he plans to guide the county for the next 4 years. So I believe, my own personal opinion, is he has an obligation to come and talk to the citizens. But that's me.
Right.
I've lived here.
I know that Oz will be there, and Oz will fulfill that obligation, even if he does it for himself. That's what he's willing to do. That's what he wants to do. I hope the chairman, finally says, okay, I'm going to be there. I'll be there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. However, all the other candidates have said that they want to go ahead with the debates, and looks like June 23rd will be the day.
Cool. But Alex, I was just going to say, I've lived here in this county for 15 years, and I know he's only been here the last 8, but I've never seen the man in person or anything. I've seen his picture on the wall when I go pay my water bill. That's it.
Yeah, I've met him once, maybe 2 times, but only because I went out of my way to, walk up, shake his hand, and say hello. Any of the events we've ever been to, I've never seen him. Any of the local, the Cherry Blossom Festival and the Taste of Conyers, stuff like that, I've never seen him there. Not to say he hasn't been there, I've just never seen him there personally, out shaking hands and meeting the people. So, Oz is at every single one. What does that tell you?
And Oz even has, he does the Pink Pooch Parade that all of the proceeds go to breast cancer. That's something that he and Tara at the Pampered Puppy started. So
Well, I mean, again, if the chairman wants to give Oz the stage, then that's his choice. He can do that. That would be like Hillary handing over the stage to Donald Trump and not showing up. But we'll see what happens.
Well, then that way, you know, a lot of people that don't know what Oz is about, maybe some of the ones that were backing Hadley can come and see what Oz is about and see.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I really hope that a lot of the people that voted for Hadley will come out and listen to all the candidates, but also, you know, in that case specifically the chairman candidates. I hope they come out, listen to, submit their own questions first of all, get the answers they're looking for personally, come to the debate, and then make what I consider a good decision from that point on. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. We'll figure it out from there.
All right, man. And maybe we'll figure out to have some music or something after the debate and some
man.
beers.
And we're going to have to crack open some beers and have a party this time instead of it just everybody running out of there.
Hey, what are you doing Thursday night, man? You want to go to this U.S. Shield law deal about gun laws?
I can't. I'm supposed to be supposed to be doing an event at Starbucks. That's tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, Thursday night at 6 in Covington.
Because I still can't get the manager of Starbucks to call me back. So what time is it?
6 o'clock, $10.
Let's talk. I'll call you and talk about it off air.
All right,
I probably will go.
All right.
Well, shoot,
right,
if you can't get the person in Starbucks to get with you, what about that coffee shop that's in the city of Conyers?
Yeah, that might be an idea, but
yeah, the owner Jason, super great guy.
Yeah, they're nice people. I just wish they had Starbucks coffee.
I can only do so much for you there, sir.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts, man. I know the deal.
But you know what? That's a good idea, Stephanie. I may give them a call because that would be other than the parking thing, that would be a good venue for this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do your thing. Holla later.
So let me just say that that class that the sheriff is putting on, it's for ladies only this time. They're just doing it for the women.
If I identify as that, you can't stop me.
Exactly. I agree. I actually agree.
Oh my God! I just thought about that. That's crazy.
I may throw on a mini skirt. I may throw on a mini skirt myself and go.
I'm telling you, you can't stop me now.
I might go just to see that.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna shave?
We'll all put on kilts.
It's going to be a very good course. It will give whoever attends, it will give them a very good understanding of the law. They cover gun laws, they cover lethal force laws, concealed carry laws, the do's and don'ts, potential pitfalls, things like that. And then you go out to the range and get some professional instructions from their shooting instructors.
Right.
So it'll be a great day. It's free. There's no cost.
Yeah, that's what I was just fixing.
What day is this again?
June.
Never mind. If you don't have it, we'll figure it out. All right, let's go to commercial, brother. We'll see you later.
All right, guys.
June 25th.
Bye. All right, we're out of here, man. We got to go to the bathroom. We got to take our commercials. It's 9 o'clock. Everybody, it's just fun in the morning. We'll be right back.
So, what day is that seminar stuff?
June 25th.
That was so funny. Y'all both have said it so many times, and then I said it again to plug it one more time.
And then we both
Nobody knows.
Both. You and Alex. Dates. I don't know. It's for women.
All these dates.
I don't do freaking women things.
You don't do women.
No, not anymore. Apparently.
He was throwing out there June 24th about the 8. Hey. I love this song.
Quit. No. Hold it.
Yeah, man. You better hurry, man. God. Always disrupting.
Hold it. Okay, I got a story.
You don't have a story if you.
I do have a story, mister. I just have it on my phone. At least I know when the damn seminar is.
That was funny.
This is serious stuff.
All aboard! And we're back, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
sounded good.
I wish we had the bathroom mic. Stephanie's in there trying to
Stephanie's in there going,
squeeze one. She's trying to pinch one.
pedal.
That's a joke. That's nasty. I should have. never said
Yeah,
that.
we shouldn't talk about
That was disgusting.
transgenders.
I'm not a transgender.
Are you sure? And
It's
what
just
did
a
you know?
transient. There's a difference.
Are you trans species?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm a transit. I'm going from one house to the other.
Okay. So, are y'all ready for the military mic story of the week?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I do. I have the story of the week, man, and it's breaking news.
Oh, Lord.
Channel 6 News. Okay, in Alabama.
Are you
And
sure that's
none
not a
of-
Channel 9?
and none of my relatives was involved.
The fact that she said none, the way she said it was sad.
Okay. A woman says she's pregnant by a black man from toilet paper contaminated with semen.
How in the halo is it even possible?
Reporting from Mobile, Alabama. An Alabama woman claims she became pregnant with an unknown man's baby after using a porta potty.
Is she sure it wasn't snot? The baby's name's gonna be Booger.
Boogie.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right, Brittany Thomas.
Send all hate mail to my Facebook so I can go ahead and read it.
Brittany Thomas, who's 18 years old, explains the peculiar event.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the orgy that she was. Oops, we're at a 9/11. The party that she was at.
I'm gonna try to do it in her voice too. Okay.
Yeah.
I used the porta potty at the fair last year after someone else was using it. Now check this out. I found some semen left behind on the floor by the previous
All right,
user.
don't go too gross with this.
This I'm reading it off the newspaper.
Okay.
Okay. The toilet.
So you're reading
paper,
exactly what the
yes.
newspaper said. Okay.
Okay. I'm not.
We're at 9/11. I don't want anybody to think we're making this up.
I will share this on the Just for Fun radio
Okay.
page right when I'm done. This is a report from Channel 6 News in Mobile, Alabama.
And Alabama.
The toilet paper roll was placed on the ground too. I believe that when I was using the toilet paper to wipe myself off, it was contaminated by semen on the ground.
I believe.
Now,
Oh my God.
I just gave birth to a healthy baby boy with dark skin. Both my husband and I are blonde hair and blue eyes. It took a while for my husband to understand the science behind getting pregnant, but now he supports me and we just want to find out who the father is. And they actually have drawn an artist's conception. Brittany and her husband, Michael, have released this composite sketch of what the man exiting the porta potty looked like. According to Brittany, she was able to remember exactly what the man looked like over 1 year ago.
She should. She was in the porta john with the guy. She should exactly know who he is.
So
or remember what he looks like at least. Well, she might have been intoxicated.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the share button for Facebook and
Jesus,
let the rest of y'all enjoy this.
That is absolutely the most ridiculous, insane. Just and here's the thing that gets me. Some newspaper, TV stations will pick up these kind of stupid stories, but they won't deal with dump trucks running 75 and a 25. I can't get that.
And that stuff only survives 20 minutes to an hour, depending on its level of exposure to the air and environmental factors.
Okay, well, she's saying
all by itself.
She's saying she walked in right behind the guy. So, hey.
Are we sure it wasn't the guy that was behind? Never mind.
Squishy.
Wow.
Never mind.
Squishy.
So what else do we have this morning at our lovely 9:14?
Squishy. I'm sharing this, so if somebody else has another story they'd like to bring up.
I'm trying to pull it back up. So the officers who interviewed Amber Heard the night she was allegedly attacked by Johnny Depp have spoken with LA.
Spoken with.
Yeah, spoken with. That's what it says.
I know.
Spoken with.
It just sounded so great.
I'm reading it just how they wrote it. With LAPD brass, and our sources say they are adamant Amber had no visible injuries. The officers spoke with superiors Tuesday afternoon and said they had no idea Johnny Depp was involved at all. The 911 call came in under the name Heard, and they did not associate her with Depp. The two cops say the information they had when they knocked at her door was only that there was a domestic dispute. Amber opened the door just a crack, but would not let them in. They questioned her through the door, and she said it was a simple verbal argument with her husband. She never mentioned Depp by name. The officers told her they needed to make sure she wasn't declining help under duress, So they insisted on coming in and speaking with her. Amber obliged, and the officers say that they looked at her closely enough to determine there were no marks, swelling, or bruising on her face or other exposed parts of her body. LAPD sources say precisely what doctors told us. If Johnny threw an iPhone at her picture style and then followed up with hair pulling and hitting, there would have been swelling at the very least and most probably some immediate bruising or redness. The officers saw nothing.
Well, I mean,
And at this point, me and her would be divorcing, because if I can't trust her to not make up crap on me and run to the cops, you ain't gonna be in my house much longer.
Aren't they getting a divorce?
I don't know. They are now, hopefully. Because if that's what your woman's gonna do, is go make up that kind of crap, and there's evidence that doesn't, the lack of evidence, there's no evidence to prove what she's saying, then she's most likely making it up, which means she's just after your money, man.
that
Hey,
is, yeah. There, I guess
And I
you
couldn't
can
trust you. You wouldn't be allowed around me ever again. There'd be a restraining order, because I wouldn't trust anything coming out of her mouth.
I guess pretty much across the board, you can just about say anything.
And have you ever seen a dude high on pot really get mad and do a lot of anything?
No, well, I've seen him beat the crap down off a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, but I mean, really, it's like, hey,
Yeah,
get off me, man.
I've seen him completely screw up an order of scatter covered and chunk hash browns at Walmart or Wawa.
I would. She'd
Or
be
Taco
hasta
Bell.
la vista, la baby.
You like Taco Bell when you're stoned?
I don't do that.
She looked over the top of the monitor.
She
like,
had to consider what she was fixing to
I
say.
know. I do. I love it when I'm stoned.
She don't do that anymore.
I don't care.
She don't do it any less
Crystals.
either.
That was good. Good one. I like it.
Our
Oh, my God.
crystals, dipping it in chili.
Crystals.
Mhm.
Oh God. You're talking about dipping a Crystal's hamburger in chili?
Yes.
Oh, no wonder why you can't make the show but about 3 times a week. Jesus.
Gut
oh my
grenades
God.
with chili.
Oh my
Can
God,
you-
my
Chili
stomach
cheese
just
fries.
gurgled.
Golly.
Jeez,
You've
that's-
never done
I
that?
think I'm going there for lunch.
God.
I know.
I've not
right?
tortured
That's-
myself like that in a long time.
Listen, no, God, but I want to.
Well,
It's
now that I'm
good.
on those acid reflux pills,
Yeah, take
I
those.
can.
Let me ask you a question. Have you guys ever had the
Right.
Crystal Chicks?
Oh, yes.
Okay, God, those used to be like a.
I tried to
quarter.
date a
Yeah.
chick from Crystal,
How much are they now?
but then I
Buck
just
and a
ended up with
half?
Crystal.
I think the chicken's more, but before they used to
She
basically
doesn't
just
get
take basically as a chicken McNugget and they put it on one of those
Yeah.
soft, yummy breads with some makeup.
And the
Sorry,
crystal,
mayonnaise.
the crystal sunrisers are good.
What's that?
That's a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
breakfast
haven't
sandwich.
had one of those.
It's sausage, egg, and cheese on a.
Yeah, I used to get
crystal
those
bun.
now. Those are good.
How about those McGriddles, man? With I don't like McDonald's.
Do you know how many people are
sausage.
going to be hitting us up now going, thanks, you've made me hungry?
No, I don't care.
Oh, and Crystal's now has a bacon cheeseburger.
Crystals does?
Yes.
A bacon, it probably only has one piece of really, really bad bacon.
I don't know. It's got to be better than that bacon that the Arby's sandwich had on it.
That's pretty gross. You are right. That is pretty good. Hey, do we have any health scores this week?
Hey, before we go there, I want to throw this out.
Blech. Oh, throw it out.
One of our
Out, up.
let me word it this way. One of our lovely sponsors have had an encounter this morning, and they're not even aware that they had an encounter with a Just for Fun listener. How cool is that?
Everybody okay?
So, giving Steven a shout out from the White Brothers in Conyers this morning for helping out my sweet, lovely lady this morning with some oil issues. Thanks a bunch, Steven. So, isn't that kind of cool? Like, the guy didn't do it thinking that it was going to leak back to us. He just was doing his job. That just shows the customer service that White Brothers Automotive have. That's why, we try to make sure that we tell people to go there, because I mean, come on, you can go and get treated like crap. Think about
Anywhere.
it for a second. You know, so White Brothers Auto Parts Supply Warehouse. I said automotive, but you know, I want to make sure I get that very clear.
That there
Car
was
White
parts.
Brothers
mouthful.
Auto Parts Warehouse. Yeah, make sure you go see those guys, because that right there just proves he did it and had no clue that one of the most dedicated Just for Fun listeners had sent his wife there.
Mhm.
How cool is that?
Cool.
And they're located at 1231 Green Street in Conyers.
Hey,
Dun,
when I
dun.
let me just rephrase this, Stephanie.
Okay.
When I go from make sure you go to justforfunradio.com, that's me doing a deeper voice. You sound weird trying to do the deeper voice, Stephanie.
But I can do it.
Did you hear her give the address? Now please give it in a nice Vanna White kind of style. That was kind of creepy. She
No, don't do it in Vanna White. You're
Listen,
gonna ruin
listen.
it.
Stephanie does it. Stephanie's like, they're located, blah, 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 and they have transgender.
Don't do it in Vanna White. You're
Okay,
Go
do
and
it.
ask for June.
do it in a female voice, Stephanie.
They're located at 1231 Green Street in Conyers. Telephone number 678-413-3593.
wow.
Oh my God.
It's ruined forever now.
Go into White Brothers Auto Parts and Warehouse and ask for the Minnie Mouse person that just told you how to find them.
I won't be there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's
Oh
ruined.
yeah, man, that's
It's
awesome. That's
ruined.
awesome. But that is awesome that they went there and had had great service.
It's ruined.
That's cool.
Absolutely ruined.
Stephanie in that damn voice. I never in a million years expected her to go 1, 2, 3, 1. Who would have thought Stephanie was going to do that?
Who would have ever thought she could pull it off?
Have you seen those little arms?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now my landlord is picking at me
Oh my
about my
God.
T-Rex arms.
I just
Oh,
had
God.
somebody say she sounds like a friggin' Muppet. I'm not going to call you the name that your daddy did. What'd your daddy call you, Stephanie?
Miss
Red.
Piggy.
Say it out loud.
I did.
What'd your daddy call you?
Fred.
Miss Piggy.
Could you please get closer to the mic and tell everybody what your own father called you? You're getting closer to the mic, but you're getting quieter. I need you to tell everybody really honestly, what did your daddy call you? What did your daddy call you?
Fred.
Miss Piggy.
Your daddy called you what?
Miss Piggy.
Could you pronounce that better? I don't think anybody's catching what you're saying.
They're not supposed to.
No, really. What'd they call you?
No, just my dad.
He called you what?
Miss Piggy.
He
You know,
called
he was
you
just
what?
dying. He was just dying for you to say that.
He called you what?
No, he was. Miss Piggy.
Your dad called you Miss Piggy.
It was not because I was fat then.
Yeah, that's not why he was doing it, Steph. It's because you had. Did you spit?
Ben!
Did you spit?
Ben!
All
Did you
right.
notice what she said? I hope there's enough paper
Air
towels
five.
in there and that don't leak out of that
Air
trash can.
five. DJ Scottie, we have broken him.
God, that went all up in my nose, man.
Once again,
listen,
we have
listen,
got him to spit.
listen. I had Mio
Mio.
coming out of my nose.
Wow. Don't get anybody pregnant.
Golly,
Yeah, really.
Stephanie.
What?
So don't
I
get-
wasn't fat then.
I wasn't.
Yeah, well,
I had bird legs then.
that's why he called you Miss Piggy.
You
called
got
me
bird
Miss-
legs now. You got short ostrich legs. You ever seen a thigh on a damn ostrich?
Jesus Christ, you look like a freaking California raisin that legs bend backwards. You're like a
Yeah,
California
running
ostrich
through the
egg.
grapevine.
Oh my
What
God.
were you singing?
I'm lost. I'm scared.
California raisins. Dun, 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 dun.
You're not recording this for a commercial.
All I keep hearing
Jesus
is
Christ, that would have been
all I
awesome.
hear is Stephanie going
Duh, 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 duh.
da da
Yeah.
da
Duh.
da
Da, da, da. What the hell?
Oh my
Running through the
Lord.
grapevine.
Oh wow, That was
Not
bad.
much longer will you be my.
Oh God, let's dig up there. Monroe.
Welcome to Just for Fun Radio, where we're doing karaoke at 9:25 in the morning.
Oh, I'm writing that one
Jesus
down.
Christ, which one?
Karaoke.
Oh God, I've been using that one for years.
No, see everything he says now, Steph, that I
No,
say
you-
I'm going to write down.
I have used it for years, jackhole.
Stephanie, are you seriously? You're sucking.
I
up?
have used
Never
it
I'm
for
not
years.
sucking
I'm not
up.
writing it
I'm
down.
not
I
sucking
used to do
up.
karaoke, dude. Where do you think I got it from?
I
I
did
used to watch
karaoke
these guys
too.
come into bars dressed up like one of the Bee Gees, and I'm like, "Are you really
Oh
going
my
to try to
God.
sing?"
I did it once, and I can do just like Candy.
Yeah, but you in those tight pants is a scary thought.
Back in the 80s, that was it, dude. I had parachute.
We didn't have enough sense in the 80s.
Oh God, it was sexy.
Everybody was stoned.
It was sexy. I don't care what you say. Me and my parachute pants were sexy. And whenever I walked, it went zit, 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 zit.
Yeah,
zit,
you
zit,
come walking
zit,
by, it was
zit. Got that right.
because those were actually what?
Do you know how many women I got pregnant in Porta Johns?
Oh my God! If you're looking for that tall, dark man, you got it wrong. You were drunk. He's really dark, but he's short and round.
Looking for rub in all the wrong places. It's Kenny Chesney singing.
Oh my God!
I got her pregnant in a Porta John.
We could write a country song from that.
Oh God, yeah. All you gotta do is bring up your dog, your ex-wife, and jail time.
No
And a
doubt.
bag of weed.
All right, look, we're going to go potty. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we got some phone calls to make.
Oh
We'll
God.
be right back.
Is the phone ringing?
Hello.
Shut up singing, Stephanie. Oh, shut up, Mike.
Ooh, Mike didn't even hear that though. That was good. You have to go back and watch it on video, Mike. You just got to shut up.
I did too.
Well, he at least told you to stop singing.
Oh yeah.
Shut up. But Ashley will tell you shut up.
Of course.
That was
Starbucks
on-
to introduce nitro cold brew this summer.
Suck it. Rolled it down over there.
Yeah, you missed them giving her a standing ovation at the Legion.
And that what was that? First thing out or later?
Later. Yeah. It was pretty cool. I had to fight back tears.
Well,
I didn't want to start crying in front of everybody.
Of what? What are we talking about?
When they give
me and two are all the
Ashley a standing ovation.
Oh yeah.
It was very, yeah, it was. I'm having to fight back tears thinking about it
Oh,
now.
shut
That's
up.
how
It's over
awesome it
with. Why are you
was.
going to fight tears now?
freaking
Bite
picking
me!
on her. That made her.
Tell
Your
him,
mother's a
Ashley.
wussy.
Said, bite me.
Yeah. Get me a shotgun, kill all the whiteys. Woo! Come on now. I gotta poop. I think I just did. Because rock and roll is cool. Not really. Kid Rock.
That ain't Kid Rock.
Stephanie, you know what? If I just want to blurt stuff out, I can. I'm on medication.
So
picture right here in front of me. I don't. Isn't there a symmetrical problem?
Yep.
What's up, Jacob?
Yes, because if we want to do a meeting, there's tons of stuff that needs to be addressed. Like there was probably 50 to 100 writers that never signed in. Yeah.
I think there should be more vendors out there too.
Yes. I would love to show up. All right, man. Let me know. All right, bye.
Is that a planning meeting for next year?
It'll be all right. We got any stories, man? We is at 9:31.
Okay, that picture you have up right there, is something symmetrically wrong?
I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
right there.
Which one?
That picture, the profile pic. Is there something wrong?
I have no idea.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah. I got no.
I watched 2 movies over the weekend. If you want me to talk about them,
We can. Let's wait and we'll go through some movies in a
they're
second.
not. They're not like.
And
movies.
we're back. So how about this? Let's talk about this real quick because we're going to talk about it earlier. How about this is a picture from a concert bathroom. What did we say? It was in Pennsylvania is what we read.
Yes.
But there's guys standing at the urinals peeing, and then there's a line of girls going for the stalls. But this isn't a transgender bathroom.
Nope. There was just a
So
long
if
line.
I turned around and zip my fly and is hanging out,
Hey,
you're not supposed to be in there.
whoop-de-doo.
That's my problem with the whole bathroom thing.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm here to tell you, if I'm at the urinal peeing and a woman comes in because their bathroom is crowded, let me tell you something. You've obviously never been to the Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany. The lines for the women's bathrooms were an hour and a half long, and that's just stupid. So, yeah, we were telling girls, come
Any
on.
concert venue should have enough sense to make the women's bathroom twice as big as the men's because the women take longer than the men.
Mhm.
And apparently they get pregnant.
Oh, shut up.
When they go to the porta
But
potties.
every concert venue should double the women's bathrooms. That's a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer.
But when that right there happens, if I turn around and my junk's hanging out, get out of my bathroom. You're not supposed to be in here.
Travis went to the bathroom at a concert that we were at, and there was a woman that came in and stood next to him and went to the bathroom.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Was she at the stand-up trough with him?
Yep.
Wow.
Now, see,
We were at a
That's-
Cher concert, if that tells you anything.
Okay, so then it wasn't a female.
Well, she was born a female.
I'm confused.
Did she bring a
swear
tool
to
to the
God.
party?
You guys confuse me
No.
all the freaking.
So if she was born a female, how did she pee in the urinal?
They have things that women can use. That,
So that's what she used.
yes.
Okay. That's the
forget
question.
I forget what they're called, but
Yeah, I do too. Thank God.
So, Mike, what movies did you watch this weekend?
Okay, my son and I kind of did a little bit of a different thing this weekend, and we actually hung out together. I'd hurt my legs. so-
Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, usually we have numerous things that we do, so it's kind of cool. So I asked him, I said, hey, have you ever seen, I love those pictures. Have you ever seen,
I'm trying to see what lake they're at.
I'm trying to see if she's single.
Oh, my God.
What is she?
Wow, really? You just completely threw him off the what he was talking
Being
about.
back on the
Keep
dock.
going.
Okay, if they're gonna take a picture
Movies,
like
movies,
Jesus
movies.
that, okay, so we had neither one of us had seen Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah,
I've not seen one.
We, you know what
Really?
you are doing?
Keep going.
You're doing Zaylee an injustice, and I'm gonna go buy her.
I started to watch one the other night with her, but she's still young.
Oh my God!
It
Kids-
promotes fighting.
No, it does not.
Everybody was kung
Fu fighting.
She doesn't need to know what smacking and
As
slapping and all
fast
that is at school
as
yet.
lightning.
Keep going. So,
Man, it has a lot of public safety.
could you
messages
get
in-
to the damn movie already?
No, I'm upset with you now. Now I'm mad. Not only you being mean to me, you have not shown.
You
Zaylee
ruin
the
every
Kung
segment
Fu
you're supposed
Panda.
to do.
Kung
Now
Fu
get
Panda.
back to what movies you watch.
We watched Kung Fu Panda 3. It was a good
Okay,
movie.
what other movie did you watch? Let's get past
Teenage
Kung Fu
Mutant Ninja
Panda.
Turtles.
Okay, so which one did you
It was
watch?
not the brand new one because that comes out like this week, but it was the last one.
So the 2015 you watched.
Megan Fox. Is that her
Yes,
name?
that's
Yeah.
the one I said I was going to watch yesterday, and I
It's
hadn't.
actually good.
So I
liked
need
it.
to go watch it.
You need to expose that child to Kung Fu Panda.
That child don't need anything to do with you and any kind of exposing of
my
anything.
God.
Did y'all see where they're making a second
A second?
Independence Day?
Yes.
And Will Smith is in it.
Yeah, supposedly this
Good.
is his son that's
Oh God.
going to
I'm
be
tired.
not his real son, but his
Oh.
son
His
from the
stepson,
movie.
yeah.
I was about to say I am 100% tired. Just tired of Will Smith.
But Jeff, oh God, Goldblum, what the
Yes.
heck? He's back in it. The
Yeah,
one
'cause
that
he's
played
a Jew. He's going to
Oh
keep
my
working.
God, shut up.
He's going to
Mike.
keep working until he dies. That's his
Vivica
retirement
Fox
plan.
is in it.
Yes.
Vivica Fox. I met her. Go back. That's cool.
Can you? That's who was laying out on that dock.
Is she married?
That's my ex-sister-in-law.
Okay, so is she married?
I don't have a clue.
Yes, you do. Don't lie.
No,
You're
I
such
don't.
A liar.
I don't know.
sometimes.
I don't see her a whole lot.
A whole
Mike,
lot.
shut up.
You're a liar.
Stephanie, please
Yes.
continue.
Bill Pullum.
Quit naming
Pullum?
people that you can't name. Just
I thought I could.
keep
He threw
telling
me
the
off.
story.
But yeah,
It's my
apparently,
fault.
apparently the aliens are coming back.
Coming
for
back.
Revenge.
Yes, coming back for more.
Do you blame him?
Okay, so next.
And they're
Mike,
coming
what
out
other
with a
movies did you
teenage-
watch?
I said I
Teenage-
watched 2 movies.
God,
that's
y'all
it.
are killing me here.
They're coming out with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2. He was talking briefly about that. And the Arrow guy's in it. He plays Casey.
The Arrow guy.
Yeah, the guy that plays the Arrow on the CW's Arrow.
On Green Arrow. Arrow?
What's his
Yeah.
name?
Yeah. I don't know.
The Arrow guy.
Yeah, he's the Arrow guy.
So I've got from the Leapers that they watched the new X-Men,
Ooh.
and it was pretty good. So
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
see
have to
that.
try that too.
Yeah.
The one before the one that just came out.
The X-Men Armageddon.
Armageddon.
The one that came out just before the one that just came out sucked. And the
Which one's the one that just came out? The Armageddon?
yeah.
That's
No, the Armageddon just came out.
Wasn't that the damn question?
That was the question, and Mike said yes.
Oh.
Stephanie,
Don't blame me. I see. Okay.
Now you got me all confused.
Okay, I am not getting blamed for this.
Stephanie,
What?
what is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. What's wrong with you?
I mean, because he's trying to ask you a question, and you keep freaking doing this at the table. I need you to quit smoking that in my house.
Is it Armageddon or
What
Apocalypse?
is wrong with you?
I think it's Apocalypse.
Look
yeah,
it up.
I am. It's the X-Men Apocalypse just came out.
Okay.
God, that was got a little rough. there,
Mike, what
Tina.
other stuff did you watch here before we get like a full-blown fight going over some stupid movie?
I don't know. She can't say actors' names, and it's my fault.
It is.
Okay,
Say
next.
George Stephanopoulos.
So, no,
George
quit.
Stephanopoulos.
Next, you're going to get her trying to say Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus.
What
That
other
was-
movies did you watch?
I said I only watched 2 movies, dude. What do you want me to do? Lie? I'm not a liar like you. I don't freeze animals.
So I tried to find me another
do.
military
Oh, here we go. The slam
movie.
Try to find somebody else to replace you.
No, a movie. I tried to find something where like another, apocalypse kind of thing happened. I can't find a good one.
Have you seen, Olympus Down?
Yes.
Have you seen the London version?
Yes, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the London version is really good.
But there's no good ones out right now. I keep hearing that
yeah, that's a good movie.
I just forgot the name.
You're not blaming that. You're not blaming that on me either. You two are freaking Fruit Loops. See what it is God is punishing you guys for freezing small domestic animals.
Oh my God.
So he's freezing our brain.
Hey, Steph, Pastor Dave brought you up in church last Sunday.
Uh-oh.
I just got no yes. It could have been
No yes. Shut up, listener.
Joe Leeper is trying to tell me which one it was now
Yeah,
that he watched.
But wear one of those
Joe,
$50 helmets.
is it the latest one? That's the question.
Late.
The
Yeah,
latest
it's-
one is
It's showing
Apocalypse.
at 10:30.
And then were you talking about X-Men Days of Future Past?
Man, you know what? I don't know.
It came out in 2014.
You have your pad right there. You can tell me what
this
you watched.
is a tampon, so it's
Oh
not a
my
pad.
God.
No wings. See?
Started watching Gods of Egypt, but I fell asleep. That is decent, but
No,
it's not. It's not as
Good luck.
good as the previews made it out to be.
That's a horrible.
Mm.
Risen is pretty good. The previews doesn't make it look all that great, but it's actually a good movie.
Have you seen Prometheus?
I can't get myself into that one. I've tried.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How do you not
Is that-
get into that movie?
Is that the one in the ocean?
No, this is the one in. Jesus Christ, help me, Lord.
There was one. Oh, I might be thinking
Leviathan?
the life. Yeah.
The life thing. Yeah, Mike, you're making me stupid. Stop it.
That's the one about the spaceship.
Oh,
Right?
Oh God, I'm about to say a cuss word. You might want to mute me.
That's why I pulled my face away from the mic, because
I
there was
know.
noise that wanted to come out of my mouth, and I just
I-
had to not say nothing.
Can you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Oh my God, that was awesome. I did like the Martian movie.
With
My favorite Martian?
My favorite redneck? No, Matt Damon.
when he sat there and was growing potatoes.
That was a really, really good movie.
Oh, where he was stuck on Mars.
The time thing wasn't working for me. Because, it takes a long time for transmissions to get there. I think they did discuss that. But for a
Not if you got
spaceship-
overdrive.
But you can't just take a spaceship
I'm talking about transmission.
and turn it around and go back. NASA would be like, hey, we see you guys making a
hard
180.
I see you making a hard left at I-20 and 285. You need to slow that puppy down. before
You're
you
gonna
spill that hot plastic.
It's space plastic.
You knew I was gonna go there.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
Don't drop your space condom.
look, I don't, if you're gonna do spacey stuff, do spacey stuff, but you can't just turn around a spaceship. And
Sure you can. It's
they were
Hollywood.
they were like calling home. Hey honey, I'm gonna be gone for another.
They were ETing it.
Yeah, man. And just somebody got that bill. So they're just turning around a spaceship and going back. They're calling their family members. Well, I won't be home in 4 months. I'll be home in 2 years. Come on. Man.
So I watched Everest yesterday, and I
saw
started
that.
watching it a couple months ago, and I got burned out on it like the
It's-
first 10, 20, 30.
That's awesome.
It kind of sucked. Like it just didn't. It never picked up. So yesterday I was bored. I want to take a nap, so I started watching it. Never went to sleep, but I did watch it, and
it's
it's a true story.
yeah.
But my problem that I'm watching it and I'm going, who in their right mind turns around when at 2:00 you had to leave this thing and you're on top of the highest place on the earth where people die, and you turned around and went back up for another, I just, what were you
Do
thinking?
you know how much just to attempt?
Oh
to
my God.
attempt,
Yes.
$250,000.
One of the guys back in this time when this took place,
Mhm.
the guy paid $65,000 to go up there and almost die.
Now you have to pay $250,000 to the Nepal government just to get a permit. Okay, then you've got to have all that equipment, and the requirement of the permit is you must employ Nepalese. I mean, there is a group, a family, a line, a clan, whatever you want to call them, of people that take their, obviously residents there.
Yeah, each one of these tour guys had one of those guys working for them.
They have to. That's the only, and those guys have gone up and down that mountain so many times. Let me ask you a question. When you get to the very top and you take a couple pictures, okay. I mean,
yeah,
so many people have done it now.
You know
it's not
what?
like you're going to come back.
Do you know what Mount Everest is? It's like a date with you. Once you get to what would be considered the peak of the night,
I like to refer to it the summit.
It's worthless.
I like to.
It's like, now what do you do?
No,
the cheese dips hit the table. Now
what?
what?
Listen, we spend a lot of time and we make a little camp at the summit. This is my day.
So what do we make?
Okay.
S'mores?
Then we attack the top.
You hear the word attack.
Now, when we get there, and
does attack rhyme with rape?
This is the climax because the air is thin up there. But
the air is real thin.
Right. That's where the photo opportunity comes in.
God.
Okay. And then we clip on the snowboards
and try to get back home alive.
Yeah.
That's called the walk of shame. What are you talking about?
Why would you go anywhere that it takes you 4 days to go 100?
Why am I paying you $65,000 to take me to the top of this mountain to die? I can go buy a $14,000 Ninja, run wide open down 285 and try to make that left onto I-20.
Wow. I thought you were talking about the actual martial artist. The ninja. I was a ninja. I used to be a ninja. Well,
turtle.
I still am. But now I kind of like, when they go out on missions, I stay back and I clean the dojo, stuff like that.
In your case, it's called a dumb joke.
I make ramen soup for them when they get back. Throw an egg in there, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so we're at 9:46. We got 14 minutes to kill.
Let's kill it, baby.
So y'all were talking about climbing the mountain. Did y'all hear the story about the 2 men that were found 16 years after they were struck by an avalanche and were missing?
No. Where were they found?
16 years after Alex Lowe, a world-class climber, and David Bridges, a cameraman, were struck by an avalanche in a Tibetan mountain, their bodies may have been found encased in blue ice. Alex Lowe was a world-renowned, I don't know that word, many regarded him as the world's best climber at the time. He climbed Mount Everest twice, the Matterhorn, and also scaled Matterhorn, and also scaled El Capitan. Did I say that one right? Capitan in Yosemite 16 times.
You spend too much time trying to pronounce it. Just go, just go with the story, man.
Why did you send
Mark
that to me?
S? That would be good.
Why did you send that to me?
Just shut up.
In October 5th, 1999, Lowe and Bridges were on a hike to check out a possible location they had hoped to ski on Shishapangma. The 14th.
What was the name of that place again?
Shishapangma. Shishapangma.
It hurts sometimes.
Yes, it does.
It
The 14th highest mountain in the world.
I climbed the 14th highest mountain in the world.
Cha-chinga-chinga.
You get a whole group of people going, whoopty damn do.
And you paid how much money for that?
Yeah, I can do it in a pickup
Your
truck.
wife wanted that room addition on the back of the house, and you thought it was more interesting to go climb a mountain.
I swam in the 32nd smallest lake in the world.
And I saw the largest ball of yarn.
I have frozen more bobcats than anyone.
I think I have. Anybody you know?
You sick man.
16 years later had passed. Two climbers who were on the south face of
The mountain?
The mountain.
Shishka Ming Ming.
Shishka Ming.
Sounds like she's
Yes.
trying to order something at the Chinese restaurant.
And then
They came across the frozen remains of two people that were beginning to emerge from the glacier.
So the remains would indicate death.
and then
Yes.
now you say they were attempting. Were they alive?
Beginning to emerge from the glacier. I don't know. Well,
So were
you know,
they like
I mean,
half alive, half dead, or
couldn't it be like Encino Man?
Yeah, it can be just like that, Stephanie.
Yeah, as long as we understand that was a
Well, it was
movie.
blue ice. Is there a difference between blue ice
It's
and
so
clear
nice to
ice?
hear.
Yeah, blue ice comes out of the bottom of airplanes.
I thought that was brown ice.
Blue ice.
Oh my God!
Is there a difference
Stephanie.
between blue ice and clear ice? Yeah, blue ice is blue.
Let's
go to the Mudderhorn.
Why does it have?
Hey! Do you know how they make ice sculptures clear and ice that comes out of your freezer are not clear?
Oh my God!
I don't know what kind of water you're drinking in your ice, but my ice is clear.
Your ice does not clear. There's white in your ice.
It's air.
That's only when it's been frozen too long.
Oh my God! It hurts.
When have you
It's
ever,
freezer burnt.
Freezer burnt ice. It happens.
Stephanie?
It does. and it
You have
tastes
never
funny.
taken an ice cube out of your refrigerator and it not have any cloudy white in it. It's not possible.
You know what that is? Remember the porta potty.
That's not porta potty. It's oxygen in the water.
Well, at least it ain't a fly in it.
Keep going, Stephanie.
No,
Just keep
don't.
going.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You believe me, you are. So how about this? These people leave a golden Labrador or
Oh.
retriever, however you want to word it, in a car and leaves a note that says, "Please do not break the glass." In larger letters, it says the AC is on, he has water, and he's listening to his favorite music. Mike, is that not funny?
Well, I've believe it or not, I've seen there is a sign that you can get, and it's pretty much the same thing. So they just went cheap.
I think it's funny.
Well,
And
because
in your case, it would be like, please don't break glass. Door does not lock anyways.
yeah. And let me explain something to you. There are times that just about if I'm not going somewhere, my dog is in my car with me. I would love to bring my dog here, but you don't want me to because the smells and scents or whatever you call it. All right. So here's the thing is that sometimes I do leave my dog in the car for a minute. The windows will be halfway down. It'll still be running, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Not a good idea to even approach my car. Okay. She's a pit bull.
Right.
Leave the damn dog alone. Now, would military Mike coming out of Wally World look over, see a car that stopped on a 90+ day with a dog in it, tongue hanging out, and the windows up, car's not running? Would I break that window?
Yes.
You better believe it. I bust that window and then I bust you in the head when you came out there. I love animals more than I do people. You know, I do. I don't know when this exactly happened. Maybe when I was in combat or when I got back. But you know what? My dog does not manipulate me. My dog does not lie to me. My dog loves me unconditionally.
You know, I used to say that about one of the reasons I liked having a dog. She didn't care what time I came home.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't care as long as I came home, took her out to pee.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. When I walk in the door, my dog's tail her ass is going all over the place, and she does pee a little bit. If I could find a woman that reacted that way when I came home, I'd marry her. So
My blame dog gets to wagging her tail so hard she knocks the tip of it and gets it bleeding.
Your dog has what's called
hard.
happy tail.
happy tail.
Happy tail. Is that
Happy
bad?
Tail. Happy tails to you.
That's what it's called. Is
Ah.
happy tail.
Well, it's not so happy when she's throwing blood everywhere.
Happy tails to you.
Thank
Until
God there's only like
we meet
7 minutes
again.
of this left.
I have to
Happy
put
tails.
SWAT on
I'm
it
trying
all
to
the time.
explain to you that's just what it's called.
Yeah, I have to put SWAT on it all the time.
Swat your tail. Happy tails.
And it stinks.
What?
Yeah, you've never heard of SWAT?
It's a ninja.
Yeah,
formula.
it's what I do to you when you get too close to me.
No,
What-
you get it
what-
from the feed store because it's for horses.
No
When
way.
they have
It's the
flies.
pink stuff you put on their ears for the
Well,
flies.
I get clear.
You get
I get the
4?
clear.
What's the difference?
You don't have
between the
clear
pink and
ice
clear?
cubes, but you got to get clear SWAT.
What's the difference?
Well, actually, it's white, but it says it's clear.
Oh,
how you
I've,
figure
I've
that?
used that lie before.
But yes, I get the SWAT and
And the show is drastically coming to a slow and vicious end.
Thank God.
And yeah, I put it on her tail. And if they ever have any hot spots, I put that on it. And I had to put it on Buttercup's
Oh,
butt
buttercups.
because my other pit wouldn't stop pulling her hair out.
Hey, when that happens. Not really.
I'm serious.
I'm okay with it.
She'll sit there and she won't chew on her own butt. She'll chew on Buttercup's butt.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
You can't chew on your own butt, but you can chew on your friends. I'm just a little disgusted.
And
with that.
Buttercup lets her do it.
Stephanie,
Well,
please.
I mean,
Some of the stuff that happens at your weird psycho zoo, just keep it there. Don't
Well, you
bring it
see-
here.
You see?
I
her
don't care
butt?
what I've seen. I've not seen your dog's butt. Why
Yes,
are you saying
did.
it like that?
You seen it where she was chewed on.
Mike, help me.
no, you're on your own.
This girl gonna look at me. You seen my dog's butt? Stephanie, no.
You guys are talking about one dog chewing on another dog's butt. I'm not going there.
Stephanie has lost her
I'm
mind.
not going there. And you.
What do you just get some popcorn and sit around and watch the weird activities that are happening at your house?
You can't make me. So
She apparently it feels good because Butter.
Stop! Enough already. Stop! I'm muting you. Stop! That's enough. You freaking weirdo, man.
she said apparently it feels good.
Stop! You don't feed into this.
Duh.
Yeah, because Butter goes.
Stop! Don't feed it. Y'all are God. What is wrong with
I don't
y'all?
know. I brought all these.
Where the
little-
hell did I find y'all?
I brought all these little mixed fruit jelly packets. What's up?
What are you gonna do with those?
So what does everybody got to do today?
You don't know what? they
Stop!
do?
Stop! Stop! What does everybody got to do today? The show's over. I'm
Uh,
going to look at my bus. What do y'all got to do today?
I'm be preparing for the world according to Mike tonight at yeah.
And you're going to be here at 6.
I guess. I'd get here a little earlier, but no.
Well, if the blue truck's in the driveway, then that means the alarm would be off, and you probably could come in.
Yeah, just
But
tell everybody. Here's
what? Did I have an alarm?
no. That your bus is broke down. So I have
Hey,
to
that
drive
was
over here.
scary.
I have to drive over. Why don't you tell us what happened, Steph? I don't even know what happened.
Well, we were following the motor. Well, actually, we were following the fire truck in the parade or the ride going to
Parade.
Madison.
It was.
Well, it
a
was
parade.
a parade.
La, da, 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 da. Everybody
Um,
loves a parade. Well, except for Sadat.
Would you let her talk? You
Speak
asked her to tell you.
And then you interrupted me. Jeez. But in a ride, sometimes they'll break loose and you'll go faster than what you're anticipated, and then you have to stop really quick. And there was a couple of times where Travis had to do that. And then the very last time there was a rider that went down and he had to hit the brakes pretty hard to keep from hitting the cars in front of us as they were stopping to help the rider down, and the brakes locked up and it started filling the inside of the bus with that nasty burnt metal smell. And
Wow. I didn't know all this.
It was
That's
smoking.
first I've heard it like this too.
Yeah, I didn't know all this. Jeez.
Well,
Each
we
time I
didn't-
hear this, it's totally different. So please keep going. This is like a new time for me.
Well, we didn't know. I mean, we didn't know if he was going to be able to stop the bus or not, because it was scary, and it scared him a little bit too, because he didn't think he was going to get the bus to stop.
Wow.
Here's my
But we
question.
got-
It's a 26-foot bus. Why were y'all so close that you had to slam on the brakes that hard? That's my whole thing that I've been trying to figure out.
He wasn't really that close, and he stopped. He started braking, and they just came to a stop like really quick in front of us.
I mean, you're not driving a Zuzu. You're driving a bus.
Right. I mean, he kept a good distance between him and the car in front, and I don't know either. I mean,
I don't know. Like I said, each time I hear it, it's a little off. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm hearing. But anyways, I got to go down there
Yeah.
and figure out where it stands, what's going on with it. Is the caliber truly locked up, or was it heat, all that kind of stuff, just for fun?
Thanks, Travis.
Hello.
Hey,
Told you.
Just to let you know, I wasn't tailgating nobody in that big bus of yours. I was at a safe distance, but when everybody slams on brakes at one time, that big bus doesn't want to stop as quick as everybody
yeah,
else does.
it does not. It is not a car.
So I always kept back from it.
Mhm.
And see, I drove it
But-
Sunday, so I know everything was fine. So that's why I'm trying to
Right.
figure out now. My wife's telling me, y'all were saying, well, the brakes have been messed up. Well, I
I
drove
didn't
it,
say
and there was
no.
nothing wrong with it.
Right. There was nothing wrong with it on the way up there. But them few times I had to slam on them brakes, I think that's what locked it up.
Okay. Well, I'll find out more when I get there. I just didn't hear about all the other dramatic stuff that she was just informing about. I'm like, I never heard that part of it.
Oh, Mackenzie about
she's a little over dramatic, but yeah, it scared me a little bit when that thing got to shaking as hard as it did and snatching to the left that very last time I had to hit the brakes. But yeah, it spooked me a little bit.
Okay.
And then poor Mackenzie almost got thrown through the windshield because she just happened to be standing up. Her mom told her to stand up to take a picture of the bikes because we were.
All right, well, I'll let you later.
All right, see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here anyways. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go figure it out. Anywho's, no matter no matter what happened, here's where we stand. So I gotta go full with it.
What happened was,
what happened is one time in band camp.
With the flute.
Well, it's more of a banjo, but hey, it's your story. You tell how you want.
Oh, you put a whole banjo in your.
Shut up.
Ew,
Wow.
that's disgusting.
I mean, there was banjo music playing when he told me hey, my mouth was pretty.
Gives a new meaning to dueling banjos. Huh?
Yeah. So, anyways, everybody have a great day.
Have one.
Tonight, Tech Talk with Alex. Look at his face. I just spit all over this microphone.
Tech Talk with Mike.
Mike looks like he could kill me. Tonight, the
There's
one and only host that's worth a crap. What is her name?
DJ Smiles.
Look at his face. I just wanted to get him to say her name. Tonight, Military Mike's World, according to Mikey.
Mikey.
Yeah, Alex is probably giggling.
Well, he's gay, so it doesn't matter.
Ashley's over there giggling.
Mm-hmm.
She's always giggling. She's silly.
All right, we're out of here, everybody. We got to go.
Yeah, let's go.
Things to do.
Tune in tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow.
Special guest here live in the studio will be Dr. Brock.
Dr. Brock. And then
Southern Fried Championship Wrestling.
Cool, man.
Then tomorrow night, The Rough Edge with Jacob.
The guru of
the
rock.
Guru. A remote transmission from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We'll see y'all on the flip side. Remember, it's just for fun radio. Just the number 4 and the word fun radio.
Hey, follow us on YouTube. Follow us on LinkedIn. Follow us on Twitter.
Just follow us like Mike follows you.
Yeah.
Stalk us.
All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Everybody have a super terrific, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day. Hey, they're redoing that, by the way.
What, Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins. And Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, this time Mary Poppins will be like this.
Mary's going to be popping. Pop, drop, and lock.
Wiki.
All right, we got to go. Everybody, we'll see you on the flip side. Everybody have a great day. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Bye on video. See ya. Chow mein. You know what they say in China? Chow mein. Ciao. See ya.